Friday. How's your Friday? How was your week? Let me pause this music. It's kind of loud today. Hello, though. Hello. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy Friday. I'm going That's, yeah, okay. It's no one's birthday. It's no one's birthday. I just don't know how to talk this morning. Hi, Panda. How's it going? Oh, what a great way to start a stream. Just saying things wrong. Where's Grandma? Grandma, went home. Grandma went home to her home in, the South. Where in the South? I don't know. I've never been there. But she went home. But hello, happy Friday. How is everyone? First things first, I added last night captions. So we now have captions for the stream. So you should be able to do that. It should be a little like icon down in the corner, I think, like down there in the corner. I think, but I can't actually I can test it because now that I'm live, I can just go to my own stream. Let's do that. Let's go see. Oh, I hope I don't start talking. Okay, good, it's muted. Do I have captions? Yeah, so if you go down, there's a little CC button and you can click on it and then you get captions. They're not going to be like 100% accurate necessarily, but it will learn how my speech works and like start to punctuate things and everything, which is very cool. So we have that now. So use that if you want it. Today's been awesome. I'm making it to the Animal Crossing Direct. I know! Animal Crossing, I cannot wait. I cried. I literally cried. However, it could have been the cold air blowing into my eyes as well and making my eyes water, but I'm gonna say that I cried. I didn't even get out of bed for it. I set up my laptop on my little table there last night with my AirPods like right on top of it, so that as soon as my alarm went off at like 6:58, I like opened my laptop, put in my AirPods, and like pulled up the stream and like watched it laying in bed. And husband's just like snoozing next to me. It was really funny. Okay, put the money. You have to get the money together for the DLC pack. Hey, at least it's not too expensive. It's only $25. So they could have like made it the price of a whole new game. Because not Dream Home Decorator, whatever the game is called, whatever the DLC is called, they had that as a 3DS game, I think, a long time ago. And so it was a full game itself. So at least they're not making it a full like game price, and it's only like $25. So that's really, really nice. Because they could charge a lot more for that because it's Nintendo and they tend to be greedy. But I'm very, very excited for it. I've been playing Animal Crossing all morning already. You think you missed something? Animal Crossing Direct happened this morning. That's probably what you missed. It was an announcement of the new update where we're getting Brewster as well as like a whole slew of other stuff. If you are interested, I suggest going to check out their Twitter. That's where you'll get the most stuff. Or you can go to their YouTube or their Twitch and watch the VOD back. It's really cool. It's about 20 minutes of full 20 minutes of new content plus a DLC. So it's like 12 minutes of content and like a free update content and then like 15 minutes of DLC content, so it's all very exciting. I'll be honest, I should have cried. Yeah, me too. I remember all those characters in the original game. Oh, I never played the original games. Except Brewster, he's newer. Is Brewster newer? I know he was in some of the other games and people were like demanding him, but I didn't know if he, I thought he was in the older games. But I don't know. I never played the older games. And I don't think I have the consoles to play any older games. I do have a DS though. I do have a DS. I should have looked for that at that bookstore that I went to. I mentioned that I went to last weekend, like a used bookstore that's like movies and books and games and electronics and all that kind of stuff. I should have looked for Animal Crossing because they have a DS game section. Oh, I should have looked. Cap literally made me cry immediately on seeing him. Wait, which one's Cap? Is that the guy who takes you on the boat? I don't know names very well from the thing. And I kind of was like half paying attention to the point when they had like the boat to go up to the other mystery islands. But I thought that was really cute that you can go to like different biomes and stuff. And I'm curious if that means like you can make snowmen in the summer and things like that. Because you can make snowmen at Christmas or like in the winter on your island, but can you do that on like other winter islands and stuff? That'd be cool. He's the boat captain. Okay, you load him up there. He's very cute. Oh, nice. Yeah. So Panda, that's what's happening is the DLC, like the Animal Crossing Direct. So it's very, very exciting. The entire Animal Crossing community is shook. Literally all of my Twitter feed is Animal Crossing. I watched the Direct, and then I had Lil Simsy's stream up as well. And then as soon as it was over, I went to hers. And I was gonna go back to sleep, but I didn't. I've been up since 6:58 a.m. You haven't been on Twitter? It's all my Twitter. Although I follow a lot of streamers, and a lot of them are multi-tweeting, so That's why. Like, it's just a lot of it, but it's great. I also follow like several Animal Crossing, like official Animal Crossing Twitters and stuff like that, so that's all on there and everything. So all my Twitter is just Animal Crossing right now. It's fantastic. So then I was watching Lil Simsy stream and like rewatched it and like kept pausing and playing. It was great, and she was like like telling Dan everything about it in the background. It was just the funniest thing. But yeah, so that's what the morning's been so far, and it's very exciting. I have already decorated my island this morning, and I plan on doing that this afternoon as well. Hopefully if I have time, because I have a list of things to do because I haven't done things all week, and I'm going to see a show tonight, and I have my voice lesson, so we'll see if things happen. But that's that's not what we're doing today, though. We're not playing Animal Crossing. However, I considered switching to Animal Crossing, but I want to play Nancy Drew today. I'm not surprised you didn't go back to sleep after that. I was going to, but then I decided to watch Lil Simsy stream, and then I just stayed awake, and then husband's alarm went off 10 minutes later anyway, so I would have been awake. I wouldn't have gotten much more sleep anyway. If I've been doing schoolwork since I woke up, that's okay. That's okay. Some days you have that. I have only just woken up, though, and I've all into Animal Crossing. I also don't have schoolwork to do. Otherwise, I would have done that, probably. But I don't have schoolwork. I graduated. But we're playing Nancy Drew today. We are playing Message in a Haunted Mansion. It is the third game in the series. It's a very short game, so I don't think it'll be, it's not going to take the whole stream, or it'll take, like, just the stream. It's not going to take any extra time. It is the first spooky one, so it's a little bit spookier, so it's great for spooky season. No jump scares, I don't think, if I remember correctly. I have played this one a lot as well, so I don't think it'll take very long. There's not a lot, like, a huge amount of puzzles and that kind of stuff. It's kind of like the first two, where there's, like, not a huge amount of puzzles and, like, all that. But it's a great game. And I like it a lot, so we're gonna play that. So I'm gonna pull that up real fast. I did adjust the audio already. I kept up the sound effects audio because those are a big part in this game, because it is a spookier game, so I kept that up, but the music's pretty low and the audio is a little bit higher than the voice, or the voice is a little bit higher than the special effects audio. So once I pull it up, please tell me if I should adjust it. All right, here we go. So here it is. Let me know how you think of the audio, or if it's too quiet. I can always raise it up too. Let's go to 6.7. So this is what it is. If anything, I think the voice might be a little bit loud, but just let me know. Just let me know what you think. I may have just spilled coffee on myself. You can barely hear it. Oh, I think it's because my thing is low. Because I lowered it yesterday for whatever we're doing. There. Maybe if I raise up the actual volume on stream, it'll work. Okay. Oh, I have Canvas. There we go. How's this? I raised up the actual volume this time and not the game volume. That should probably help it.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams.
I love the music in this game.
Know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the 4-sided box loses its border.
The camera's frozen for you. Maybe try refreshing, because all of my stuff is fine. So maybe just try refreshing, and that might fix it.
When the moon sleeps and the sun
and if it's not, I can pop out of the game and back into it. It could have done something like that. Fix it? Perfect. Okay. Let's play. New game.
It's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest
cyber mystery.
Message in a
Junior Detective. I don't get to listen to her talk.
Dear Bess, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in
I love San Francisco.
Victorian mansion.
I've never been there, but I want to.
The room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings.
What a bed.
And some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I
love
gather,
a bed and breakfast.
Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work?
Something
I'm sure
more
I'll find
sinister.
out. Love, Nancy.
To see if there's something more sinister. Oh, I moved. Okay, so we got a key for our room. Let's look around. Oh, accidents never good. No, accidents are never good. Cute little table. The dragon. Lots of dragons. Oh, I'm gonna start writing all these symbols down because I'm gonna forget them because we need them later. That's daughter, I think. Okay. Got our alarm clock to change the time. That's kind of a non-functional table with the holes in it. You can't really put stuff on it. Japanese lettering, I think. Yes, they are Japanese. I think Japanese. Might be Chinese. I'm not sure. But it's all the letters, but we need to write use them for later. So we're writing them down now, so I don't have to follow it. So there's something in there, not in there.
Listen, my child, to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the 4-sided box loses its border, when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again, when the moon sleeps and the sun plays, the king of the sky will shine his ray, and hidden beneath a river of colors will lie a gate to golden wonders.
All right, so we have a poem with some highlighted words, so those probably gonna be important. It's luggage. Oh, that's our luggage key. Journal. Accidents. Why so many? House. Chinese antique decorations. Who's who? Owner of the house. I didn't know this was a thing. I'll be honest. I don't remember having a notebook in this one. That's kind of new to me. Okay, let's go. Anything around here? A dumbwaiter. A streamer learns new things. Especially about games I've played countless amounts of time. Creepy painting. Ooh, construction. Alright. Ooh! A puzzle. That seems like a later puzzle. That's, I'm going to assume. Creaky stairs. Have you used anti-changing cream? You look much younger than yesterday. No, I wasn't here yesterday. That was my granny. I wasn't here. We just look a lot alike. I took the day off yesterday. Oh, it's missing its eye. Okay. I think I started playing this one, but I'm not sure if I finished it. Or is it another one? There, haunted carousels in a hotel. It could have been that one. It has a similar vibe a little bit for the beginning. Let's go in here. What's in here? A book? Subterranean San Francisco. Exploring the labyrinth below. Few people know that the fascinating world below the streets of San Francisco, and yet a myriad of strange and mysterious sights lie in wait in the subterranean darkness, only to be uncovered by the intrepid urban explorer. Over the past 20 years of city spelunking, I have found old mines, abandoned utility tunnels, secret rooms, and many old wells and cisterns. Careful attention must be paid when searching these lost areas to avoid accidents. A good light source, building plans, and hard hat are a must. San Francisco has gone through many changes over its 40-year-old history. The continual cycle of building, disaster, and rebuilding has created an intricate vertical record of urban development. Okay. Who does think San Francisco? I don't know. Stop showing up my photo. What, haven't you had a chance to figure out yet? Did I miss something? Spooky. A violin. Oh, it's just that. Someone's sending me a bunch of things on TikTok and it's making my watch vibrate. Why the heist thing gives so many points. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, it's my pal. She's sending me stuff. She's sending me stuff we should go do. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I skipped so many points. I don't understand it. Friend did that to me last night. We were watching Downton Abbey. Nice. See, I don't mind when people send me stuff. It's just like during stream my watch just goes off and I'm like, what's going on? The law offices of Maxwell, Metzger, and Mass. Messer Adalbert Ken Esquire, Berkeley, California. Dear sir, we are pleased to announce that your bid for the auction property located at 4653 California Lane is California Lane. How creative. Has been accepted. Fee simple estate interests have now been transferred to the charitable trust set at the property's grantor for the benefit of the Ladies Protection and Relief Society. Faithfully yours, G. Metzger, attorney at law. And that was a telephone thingy. Nope, nothing over there. Hey, look, Elaine, you have some points now.
It's good to know it's here.
I want to put out a fire. All right, we got a phone. We can call people. Mod Powers rock. We love Mod Powers. Ooh, a drawer. Dear Hugh, I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, the rumors are true. I bought myself a Victorian mansion. It's really, you should, I don't know what that says. It's something you should mention Abby. It's funny you should mention Abby. She's actually the one who decided to go on this adventure with me. There's still in the process of restoring the place. It's a lot of fun, but also a lot of hard work. Something beginning to get a little worried that we'll fall behind schedule if we're not careful. Thieves, there's been several accidents lately and have interfered with our work. When you visit, you can stay in the Chinese room. Something just bought some furniture for the room. I don't know what it says. I can't read cursive today. Holy cow, that's hard to read. Dear Rose, how are you? Oh, this is the first letter, I think. How are you? I haven't gotten a message from you in some time. I hope life is treating you well. Last I heard of, you're in the middle of planning some sort of crazy scheme to an old Victorian mansion. But okay, I don't want to read that. You're not supposed to. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one then. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It is pretty not super clear cursive. So, a door. A library. Oh, it's missing some tiles.
It won't fit. It's stuck.
It's stuck. What's over here? Story of music. Oh, music. I know how to read music sometimes. A computer. A maze game. There we go. Now I got a map. Ah, let me through. I'm such a gamer right now. With this maze game. Look at me go. Wrong direction. Yeet. Is this the old maze screenshot from back in the day? I think that's what it's supposed to be. Ooh, there's the end. I'm in. San Francisco City Guide 1888 Hotel, Sign Palace, Pomodoro, Golden Gardenia Hotel, and El Palazzo. Keys! I don't know if I need those. Let's take a picture of it anyway. Alright, we got all the passwords. Not available. Not available. Not available. Not available. Let's just snap a pic. Yeah, we got picture. All right, what we got in there? Oh, chess. Oh, don't close it. Not that. Oh, it's just that's how the night works. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, we got some mahjong.
The four-sided box.
Four-sided box.
Its border.
All right, we got that one. Any books? History of the piano. You have to play some music? I know how to play the piano. I don't, but I pretend I do. I actually took lessons for 2 years, and I can plunk out a little melody sometimes. Lizzie Applegate. Well beloved by San Franciscans, both up for her culture and humanitarianism. Her humanitarian contributions, Lizzie Applegate was a talented actress and songwriter who began her career entertaining miners at local gold camps. In 1880, Lizzie wrote and starred in the tremendously successful play The Bandit's Treasure, whose cast included Norma Dentfin, Lenore Scost, and Pam Dorit. This initial success was followed by a string of other hits, including The Riddle of the Chinese Box, The Fire in the Phoenix Eye, and Rainbow's Gold. It's another Lizzie, yeah! However, her name is spelled wrong. My spelling is the only correct spelling of Lizzie. No one ever spells my name right. It's rude of them. Despite people like on Facebook even, like for my birthday, ooh, a thingy, would like write on my wall for my birthday or something and spell my name wrong. And they were literally like, they could see my name right there. Spooky sounds. Like people don't care to spell my name right, and it's kind of rude. It's a little rude of them. So lame. I know, it is so lame. And it's people that I've known for years who should know what my name is. Is this great-great-grandma Lizzie or something? Yes. It's my great-great-great-grandma, Lizzie Applegate. Fun fact, so...
The rope is cut.
The rope is cut. If you're familiar with the show Lizzie McGuire on Disney Channel, my grandmother was actually Lizzie McGuire. Her maiden name was McGuire and her first name is Elizabeth. And I'm named after her. So my grandmother is actually Lizzie McGuire.
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule.
Love the show. It's such a good show.
Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I sure am.
Sure am.
Although I was too young to watch it when it first came out, but I've rewatched it like a few years ago. Like I watched it for the first time on
Abby
Disney
found
Plus.
some interesting old papers that might give us clues about the history of the house.
Interesting old papers.
They're in the parlor if
I
you
already
want
saw
to take a peek.
those.
There's also an old-time saloon in the basement, so it's possible the house
A saloon?
was once a hotel.
Last night,
accidents.
you mentioned some accidents. What exactly happened?
I don't know where to begin. It started out with some small but irritating things, but then the scaffolding collapsed, and just last week we had a gas leak. I really don't know whether I can stand much more of this. I would love to have a week without any accidents.
That's too bad.
Same, bro.
And you've done such a terrific job with the renovation.
By the way, my stream is really behind because internet sucks at my school. Blacklisted Twitch.
Almost all
Okay,
the records
good to know.
on these
Thanks for
old
letting me know.
houses
That's dumb
were
that they
destroyed in the
blacklisted
Great
it.
Earthquake.
That's so dumb.
So we don't know much about the origins of the place. Abby thinks all our accidents
Because like so
were
many people
caused by
use it
some
for like these
restless
music streams.
spirit
Like husband uses
or
it for music a
curse.
lot.
I'm not
That's so
one to
dumb.
believe in bad luck.
That's so dumb.
But it's been one thing after another.
One
Maybe
thing after
Charlie
another.
doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates
You're
are
gonna be
so
mildly checked by
horrible.
Animal Crossing 2? Okay.
I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough
Burned to the
chit-chat.
ground.
Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles. Take
I
a look in
am.
the corner.
Floor
Those
puzzle.
wood tiles should fit inside
I
the
like
inlay
floor
pattern
puzzle.
of the floor.
Puzzle?
Abby
Puzzle.
and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated. I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
Floor puzzle. Man. Oh, this one's annoying because you gotta get it like so in the spot. Oh, it can't be there. Oh, this one is so annoying. You have to be so specific. All right. Oh, let's put it there. Really sucks, but they blacked the most random sites. That's so weird. Excuse me, there we go. Blacklisting sites is dumb. Alright, maybe it doesn't want it to be there. There we go. You can't use some sites for stores that sell books and CDs at school. That's so dumb! That's so dumb. Schools can be so dumb. Does it not flip the other direction? I guess we'll flip these. I hate this puzzle.
I did it!
Aha! I fixed the floor. Alright, let's look around in here. And then we'll talk to her again. New American Bed and Breakfast. Top 10 tips to sell your B&B. A renovation disaster. Theme and design. The allure of bed and breakfast retreats. Okay. Cat napping. What the drama this four-poster bed brings to your bedroom. Okay. I don't remember building a bed in here, so why is it giving me detailed instructions? Schedule. Lewis, noon to 5. Charlie, 8 a.m. to 5. Abby, out from 3 to 6. Okay. Ooh, a drawer. Asian Pacific Fire Insurance Company. Oh, fire. We got a symbol.
When the bird of fire can see again.
The fancy K. I have amended your fire insurance policy per your instructions. The property located at 4653 California Lane, San Francisco, California is now insured for the sum of $1 million against fire or earthquake damage. The policy lists you as the sole benefactor. We thank you for patronage. Please feel free to contact me if you have any further questions. Helen O'Leary. A little baby picture in the cabinet for some reason. All right, she got some DIY projects going on over here.
How's that inlay?
Got a little her
puzzle coming
interactive
along?
mug. I finished it.
Wonderful. But now I've got something else for you. I set up
Cute
a
tea set.
ladder
It is a
upstairs
cute tea
so
set.
you can chip off the broken tiles
A lot of
on
the stuff
the
in this
hallway ceiling.
game are pretty
You'll
cute.
need to look around for a chisel or paint scraper for the job.
I have
I'm
one.
not sure where Charlie
Look.
keeps them.
Where did Abby find those papers that are in the parlor?
She told me they were in her room, which surprised me since it was completely empty when we moved in. Now the room you're staying in was crammed with furniture.
Ooh, my room's a hoarding
I
room.
think most of it was original with the house.
Have you heard of someone named Lizzie Applegate?
No, I haven't.
That's me.
Whose laptop
Yeah,
is
whose
that in the
laptop did I
library?
get
Lewis
onto?
leaves it here, but he doesn't
It's
like people to
Lewis.
use it. He said he's had trouble with viruses lately.
Mm.
I can see you're busy.
Am I the
I'll let
virus?
you go.
Don't work too hard.
I'm probably the virus. I've been messing with this computer. Let's go downstairs. Ah. What time is it? That time. A piano! And a boy!
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Ow. I was trying to play a song. This. What? There's a song I know that starts with da, da, and then it goes on a whole bunch of these with a bunch of G's. It's called Crossword Puzzle from Starting Here, Starting Now.
My name's Charlie.
Charlie,
Nice
you
to
mean
meet you.
Ned?
Rose
You're
and Abby
Ned.
really have their hands full with
You're the
this
original
house.
Ned voice.
Yeah, most of these Victorian mansions need a lot of work.
I love
But
Ned.
I don't mind getting my hands dirty, you know? This place will look great once it's finished.
Do you think you'll
Like,
be
this is what
open
I
in
imagine
time
Ned
with
to look
all of
like
these
as well.
accidents and
Oh my
delays?
gosh, I don't
Yeah,
want to keep
well,
yawning.
now that you're here,
This
sure.
is weird. It is weird. You don't sound
You
convinced.
don't sound convinced.
No, I am. I mean, I know Rose is all concerned, but you gotta expect a few things to get out of control with these big projects. Accidents happen, you know?
But
Sure,
why so
but
many?
Why so many?
I have no idea. People are blaming me, but it's not my fault. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe
She already
she has
found
something
me.
for you to do. See ya.
You already found me. There really shouldn't be that many accidents. I know. There should be no accidents at all. Oh, no, I don't want to go upstairs yet. I want to see the bar. What's this? A newspaper. Bed and breakfast on the rise. Affordable housing vanishes. SF's B&B boom. I don't want to read that. It's just about bed and breakfasts in San Francisco.
I should wait until he leaves.
Oh man, I wanted to go further. Let's go upstairs. Oh, wait, is Abby in her room? Her room? That's her room.
Hello, Nancy.
Abby!
I see you've arrived safely from your long journey. But I'm sensing an aura of danger around you. I can tell you're
Nancy's
an
not
inquisitive type,
dangerous.
a little skeptical.
I don't know
and
what
that
you're
you
talking
don't believe
about.
in ghosts.
How do
Creepy
you know I
Victorian
don't
paintings.
believe
Oh,
in
just wait, they'll
ghosts?
get creepier.
I know many things.
They'll get
I know how to
creepier.
communicate with the spirits, and I know things about people that they don't tell me. Call it intuition or ESP. The spirits in this house are interested in you, especially since you don't believe in them. Watch out. They may give you a rough time just to get your attention.
Do you think these spirits are responsible for the recent accidents?
Yeah, what do you
I sense
think?
a very strong but restless spirit within these walls. And a restless spirit can soon become an angry spirit.
Really?
Does your intuition tell you who could be behind these recent accidents?
I'm not sure, but for some reason the name Valdez has a strong connection with this mansion.
Valdez. You'll be the first to know if I
Well,
find a ghost.
You'll be the first to know if I find a ghost floating over my bed.
Do you dare mock the supernatural?
You don't
Just
think you
bear in
believe her?
mind what I've told you about this place. Spirits of the deceased
She does seem
can
a little
do
sketch.
unimaginable harm, especially to those who don't believe. Now, if you will please excuse me, I need to prepare myself for this evening. At that time, more will be revealed.
Excuse me, what's this evening?
She sounds busy.
Alright, let's go deal with that ladder. Very sketch.
I need
Oh yeah.
a paint scraper. It's locked.
Let me in! What time is it? It's 6. Lewis should be here. And Charlie should be gone, so we can go look in the basement. Key finding time. Yes,
Hello.
we love to find
I
keys.
was so wrapped up in my book, I didn't hear you come in. My name
Sure
is
you
Lewis
didn't.
Chandler.
I didn't mean to
Look at
startle
this.
you. I'm Nancy Drew. I came out to help Rose and Abby with the renovations.
Yes, well, I'm very glad you're here.
Are you
Are
researching?
you researching the history of this house?
Actually, I'm a bit in the dark about this particular property. However, as far as Victorian mansions go, I don't see anything remarkable about this one.
That's mean.
Abby thinks the mansion is haunted.
Does she? There
Does
have
she?
been documented cases of hauntings in older mansions. And I might add, not all of the hauntings were by friendly spirits.
Ooh.
Do you think a ghost is causing these accidents?
Accidents? I know.
So weird, this guy-
Rose has
I hate
mentioned
Lewis.
some inconveniences like that wall covering and the light supplies.
like him at
but
all.
I would hardly call those accidents. I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment, and although I'd like
Stop
to talk,
not
I
talking
really
to me.
don't have the
I
time.
got an email.
Please excuse me.
Why'd I get an email? I'll be my voice teacher. I should check. Hold on. Let me check it on my phone. I emailed her for sheet music because she has all the sheet music. Let's go. No. So all of a sudden a few days ago, like during stream, I got a text and it was from my school being like, congrats on your graduation. Check out this link to look at your degree. And I was like, okay, I already got that. I literally had the other text, like in the same thread from the same number. But I was like, okay, whatever. And then I got an email about it too. And now I just got another email. Did you see that walking by? Of course you are, Mr. Wampus. Yeah. And apparently, I think they might be sending me a second copy of my degree. Like, of my diploma.
Hey,
Why are you
Nancy,
still
I
here?
really need to finish this up.
You're
Sorry.
supposed to leave at 5. It's past 5. Let's go talk to, Rose.
How are the tiles coming along?
I'm still
Oh wait,
working
I'm
on
unfinished
them.
them.
Don't work too hard. How are the tiles
I'm
coming
finished.
along?
I'm all finished, but you should know.
So
what
that
I
email was
found.
like, oh,
I'm sure
your
it's very
diploma's on
interesting.
its way, and I'm like, I
But
have a
unless
copy
it's
of it
really
right over there.
important, I've got other things to worry about. Let's see. If you're any good at fixing things, there's a dumbwaiter in the hallway that's not working.
How did you find Charlie?
He just showed up one day. It was really odd. I remember
He
Abby
just
and
showed
I
up.
were in the basement
That
talking
sounds a
about
little
hiring
sus.
someone to help us. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang and there stood Charlie, looking for work.
How do you know Lewis?
He stopped by one day to introduce himself. He seemed awfully curious about our property, but he's an antique dealer specializing in the Victorian period.
An
He's been
antique
extremely
dealer.
helpful advising us on authentic decor.
How did you meet
Authentic
Abby?
She was
decor.
the drama coach back in River Heights, and we
I'm a
worked
drama
on a couple of plays
drama
together.
kid,
My
theater
bid on
kid.
this house was too low, so she pitched in her savings to help me get the place. If it weren't for Abby, I couldn't have afforded this place.
What is Abby planning for tonight?
She's putting on some
Yeah, that
kind of
seems
seance
suspicious.
tonight to contact these
A
ghosts or whatever she
seance,
thinks
okay.
is causing all of these accidents.
We gonna talk to the ghosts.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Don't work too hard.
Okay. Let's go see if Charlie's still here, and then go change the time to when Charlie's not here, so we can look in the basement. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, he's still here. I also need to fix the dumbwaiter. Ghost talking, that's never a good idea. I know. Don't communicate with the ghosts. You won't learn anything good.
The rope is cut.
Oh, I really have to sneeze, but it just does not want to come out. Oh.
The spirits wish to speak to you, Nancy. Tonight, I will channel their energies to deliver a message. Meet me down in the basement, if you dare. Please sit down.
We really don't have
Okay.
time for this.
We're at
Let
seance
us
time.
begin. We are gathered here tonight to contact the shades of those who have passed before us. Gaze into the crystal
It's a
ball.
very,
It will answer all of our questions.
gross looking crystal ball.
What's that?
That was fast. It was fast. It's a very crusty crystal ball.
Forth from the great beyond.
We have. Are you the spirit known as Valdez?
I was once called that in the world of the living.
Are you the spirit who has caused these accidents?
Girl, that is a terrible idea.
I have come
It really
back
is.
searching for her, my wife.
Where
can she be?
Such an angry spirit. Poltergeists
The
are never good. Oh
spirits
yeah,
have
never
spoken.
good.
The seance is over.
Seance is over.
We've
That's
got
a very
busy
short
day tomorrow,
seance.
and no more time for these games, Abby. And make
I've
sure you
watched so
blow
much
out the
Supernatural.
candles on your way up.
I
don't
love
want
how
to
the
wake
shadow
up
of
and find
Nancy's
the
literally
house on
the
fire.
Nancy what's it called? Suspicious sounds. But it's literally the I don't remember what it's called, the outline. I forgot what it's called, but it's literally the classic thing of Nancy. There's a crying woman. A ghost.
I don't want to disturb her.
Alright, so she's not crying. Who's crying? That's a little creepy. No, thank you. Alright, Charlie's gone. We can snoop in here. Let's look at the table. A tape. This is suspicious! Dang it. The girl went and stirred up all the trouble. I know! She stirred up the ghosts. Nothing else. Alright, so it's suspicious under the table. Did we steal any of his stuff? Thefted the screwdriver.
It's stuck.
Can I pry it up?
It's stuck.
No. Can I use this?
It's stuck.
No. Cash register. Can you let me in? A key! Theft the screwdriver? Yes, we thefted the screwdriver! Can I go behind the... Can I go behind? I want to go behind. It won't let me. I think we can use the screwdriver to pry open the piano. There we go. I couldn't find the spot to let me through.
It's stuck.
Apparently not.
It's stuck.
Okay. Apparently not. Let's go look up in the keyhole on the ceiling. Woo! Theft! Wait. Excuse me? Did you see the door close? Someone was spying on me. But we loved theft. We loved a theft in this game. Freaky steps.
It's locked.
It's locked. Creepy attic. A tile. Golden Gate Gazette. Baby head. An iron. Nice. I'm gonna iron some things. Ooh, a sewing machine. A book. We dined with the something in a strange quarter of something known as the Enchanted Dragon. These old, the gazettes, yeah, they are. They do look old. Something showed me the lovely something that she had purchased earlier that week, and we exchanged pleasantries about our travels in the Orient. I can't read this. I can't read it. That's so difficult. Why is the cursive so messy in these games? Ooh, a freaking crowbar. Let's go. Do you need to know what it says? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I've ever read it before.
Locked.
Let me in.
It's locked.
Crowbar for the win. We love a crowbar.
It's locked.
Well, we need another key, apparently. The mysterious storybook. I don't think we need that. Any key? How many keys? I know. I need more keys. I like how there's a scythe. No key? Alright. There's no key. Let's go down.
It's
ah!
stuck.
Crowbar. Let's fix the dumbwaiter now. Oh wait, it's downstairs. You can also go crowbar some things open.
The rope is cut.
Don't close it. All right, the dumbwaiter's upstairs now. I fixed it. I'm such a fixer. That's Abby snoring. Woohoo! We got tile and dragon's eye pottery. So we got an eye. Okay, we got that one written down. We need one more tile, and then we can put them in the thingy. Let's go check our task list. Or I don't know if it's a list or if it's just notes. Let's check our notes though.
It's locked.
House haunted? Question mark. Why is he so uptight about them? Secret attic. Abby seance faked. Abby seance. Hoax or hoax is circled. Charlie too young, inexperienced for work? Question mark. All right, what was it that we needed a crowbar open? The piano. To the piano.
It's stuck.
It won't let me in. What about this? Frick yeah.
I can't see where I'm going.
Oops! All right. Now I turn back.
I can't see where I'm going.
All right, we need a light. Ooh, we should go look at Rose's table while she's not there. And what she's been working on in here. To-do list. Pay bills, transfer money to checking, order paint for shutters. Hi, demigods, how are you? Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much. How's your day? How's it going? Measure window for blinds, replace lost tiles on den fireplace, refinish kitchen cabinets, sand and polish hardwood floors, oil door hinges upstairs, repair hanging gutter in back, get estimate to fix roof, call chimney cleaner, repair dumbwaiter, fix broken doorbell, add additional phone lines, order bulbs for front yard. All right, that's some stuff. That's some stuff we gotta do. Okay. What's this? Well, we don't have to do it, but they have to do it. Chandler Interior. Dear Rose, what a pleasure it was to meet you and Abby. As we have discussed, I'm extremely interested in examining the collection of old books that came with the house. It will help me considerably with my research of Victorian antiques. In exchange, I'll be more than happy to consult you on renovations. Victorian homes pose many difficulties, both structurally and aesthetically, especially for an amateur renovator like you. Rude. I lost my place. Like yourself. My expertise in this field can save you both time and money. I'll come over tomorrow at noon to show you the roof tiles I found for you. I also found a good deal on scaffolding equipment. Well, we got the scaffolding equipment, so it must have gotten a good deal. It is quite a long list, but they're also renovating an entire thing. So, like, you know, makes sense that there's quite a long list. Oh, Homeowners Insurance Co. For Rose. Dear Miss Green, we have received the incident reports that you have submitted and summarized them below. We are very concerned about the high number of incidents that you have experienced, and although we would not like to raise your insurance policy premiums, we must examine this option in these incidents. If these accidents continue, we are also delaying any payments until we can send our building inspector to examine your property to determine if there are any safety concerns with your renovation methods. Please call to make an appointment. Okay. Oh. Your homeowner's insurance account. So, broken kitchen gas line, no structural damage. Burst water main in upstairs bedroom, minimal structural damage. Scaffolding collapses, no injuries. Vandalism, damage to outside shrubbery, and stolen roofing materials. The first book that my mom gifted me was you. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Demigods. That's so sweet. I love Nancy Drew. Did you grow up with the Nancy Drew books? I didn't read a lot of them when I was growing up, but my mom, when she was a kid, she grew up with them. She had the entire collection of Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys, and she had a lot of them when I was growing up, but she didn't have all of them. Like she moved a lot when she was a kid, so she lost a lot of them just in the move. So I never had the full collection, which I'm very sad about. But I read a lot of them when I was a kid, both the Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. So I'm obsessed with Nancy Drew. Have you ever played the games before? Because if you haven't, I highly suggest them. What should we do? Should we go look at the library? Maybe we should call someone. We should probably call like Bess and George. I don't think there's anything new on his computer. I keep getting emails. I love the Nancy Drew books. I wish I had the whole collection. They were so good. My mom would find them at thrift stores a lot. Maybe I should look for my kiddo soon. That'd be so cool. I would love to collect the entire collection once I have like a big bookshelf. I would love to do that. To have all of the Nancy Drew books and all of the Hardy Boys books. I think it would be so much fun and like actually read them all. Let's call Bess. We also do have to have conversation with most people, so remind me to call people every now and then when we have nothing to do, because we do need to have conversations with people on the phones.
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Hi,
Your
Nancy.
mom got
Nancy
George
Drew and Hardy
Boys.
Boys.
Her
mom,
which
is
my grandmother,
gifted
these books to my mom
too,
and
my mom will get to me.
Hey,
Oh, I
what's
love
up?
that.
I'm in San
I love that. What's your
Francisco,
favorite book?
helping a friend of Hannah's renovate an old
I'll be honest, I don't remember. Thank you so much for the follow.
Unfortunately, some strange
I really like the very first book. I loved Secret of the Old Clock. That's one of my favorite books of them. It's such a good one. And the game based off of that one and the second one, Lilac Inn, and
Well, I'm glad I'm not out there.
Sounds like
Secret of the Old Clock, the game is based off of both of those ones combined, and it's a really great game, and I love them both.
Do you know anything about the house's history?
Yes, we do. Sort of. Can we ask for a hint? Let's look for a clue. See what we should do.
I'm not sure what
I haven't played this game for a while, so I don't remember quite exactly.
Happy to help.
But it might be more fun to figure it out on your own.
Open
don't
up
want
that
to.
old desk in the attic.
Oh!
Find a tool in the basement to help you pry open that loose bedpost in your room. It might contain the key to the desk.
Okay.
Get going.
Let's see if we can use the crowbar to open the thing in the bedroom. I forgot about that one. To the bedroom. Crowbar to the bed? That's the one we do it. Yes, we love the crowbarring the bed. You forgot such a long time already forgotten it. That's okay. Crowbar.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
Maybe there's something else in screwdriver. There we go. Squeaky floor is frustrating. That's okay. That's fine. I don't mind. I like this going up that side of the stairs, so I'm okay with the squeaky floor.
It's locked.
Let me in.
It's locked.
That's the wrong key. That's the right key. That's an interesting shaped key. I mean, it's kind of pretty. I like keys. I think keys are cool and like fascinating. I kind of love them. Crowbar in the bedroom? Yes, we love a crowbar in the bedroom. Ooh, some music.
There's something hidden here.
I'll wait in Yerba Buena town in a high house above the sea. This is the tale of the bandit's loot and how it came to be that golden dreams of blissful love soon failed you and me. Oh, my love, ride far and fast for me. I'll wait in Yerba Buena town in the house high above the sea. I traveled as far as the Golden Gate, where I held your treasure true, where the rainbow ends in Christmas gold and the phoenix rises too. Oh, my love, ride far and fast for me. I'll wait in Yerba Buena town in the high house above the sea. Wait, okay. I understand this. I never read this, and I understand
There's
the clue.
Something hidden here.
Ooh, some of them are highlighted. Okay. B. E. G. A. G. Okay, we should probably play those on the piano. The Bandit's Treasure. Performed at the sumptuous Golden Gardenia Hotel. With quite the cast. Alright. Lizzie Applegate. I mean, it's lots of those notes. Not musically inclined. That's okay. That's why all of the books, or all of the games that have music have a piano book in them. So that, like, you can have it. So you don't have to rely on knowing it. Dear Pin? This letter shall serve as an introduction for my faithful employee, Wang Tang, who has been crossed out in my service, service head, chef for over 10 years. It is with much regret that I must discharge him, and were it not for the retirement of my establishment, I would still retain head service. E. Valdez. This cursive is just rough in this game. Wing Tang, is that his name? Wing Tang. Wing Tang. That is the name. All right, let's go to the piano. Oh, crowbar. Ah. To the basement. There's Abby snoring. Ah. Okay.
It's stuck.
No, not. Oh, me.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Why can't we get that open?
Stuck.
Oh, maybe we have to play the piano and it'll open. All right. B. E. G. A. G. Yeah. The Bandit's Treasure. My love, here is the key you'll need. All right. This is a roll piano, which I think are so cool. My aunt and uncle have one in their house, and they would never really let us play with it because it was like old family heirloom and stuff, and like the rolls are like heirlooms. But I love these kind of pianos. All right, it's nice seeing you all. I'm getting ready to sleep. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in, demigods. Thank you so much for the follow and the bits. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope to see you sometime in the future. We play Nancy Drew every Friday, so usually it's at 7 p.m., but today it's early because I have things to do tonight. But I hope to see you again. All right, so that we don't have a light to go in there yet. We have 2 tiles. Maybe we should go call Emily, the other person that we can call on the phone. See what she has to say in the middle of the night. Why not? That's not where the phone is. Oh, we can put the tiles in here though. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, we're Pacific Standard Time.
It won't fit.
All right, we need 1 more tile.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck.
All right, can't get that yet. I feel like we need oil. I think we get oil somewhere, but I could be thinking of a different game. But I don't remember. All right. Oh wait, we don't need. Hold on, back up. 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 6, 7. There we go. So many keys and tools needed for this one. There's a lot of items that we have to have for this one.
This is Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Emily. It's Nancy Drew.
I don't know why, but
Nancy Drew.
I think it's stuck. Just a feeling. I mean, everything is stuck.
How's Hannah and River Heights? You're not in San Francisco, are you, my dear?
I am.
Actually, I am. I'm helping
Pretty
one
sure
of
this is also the
Hannah's
voice of
friends,
Hannah.
Rose Green, renovate this wonderful old Victorian mansion. She wants to open up a bed and breakfast.
Seems to be the trend these days. I'll bet you're staying in the Haight-Ashbury district.
The address is 4653 California Lane. Is that anywhere near there?
No,
My
I
coffee
think
is
you're
so
in the
cold.
Heights. The Haight has
In
many
the
Victorians
Heights,
that have been
dun,
restored, and a lot of them have been
dun,
converted
dun,
into
dun.
bed and breakfasts. You
In the
know,
Heights,
you're lucky
amazing.
you got me
You
at
can watch
home.
the movie.
I've been
Watch the movie.
traveling most of
Stage
these
production
days,
though,
but
even
after
better.
that
So
crazy
good.
tour of Egypt.
Lin-Manuel
By
Miranda,
the way,
his first show.
Riding a camel is not as easy as it looks. My editor gave
I
me
have
an
almost gotten the
assignment
chance to
right
ride a
here in
camel,
town.
but I had class.
It'll be on the Dragons of San Francisco.
The second week of school is Geo week at my school, so it's like the study abroad program, and they bring in a camel and you can ride it, like on the Monday of class, the second week of school.
Dragons of San Francisco.
She was so good when I finished. Yeah, thankfully there's only like a sip left, but it's like ice
Chinese
cold.
dragons. My editor thought this would make a great topic for a photo essay. The dragon is a very important symbol in Chinese culture.
So it seems. My room is full of Chinese decorations.
Oh, sure. Many of the Victorians have rooms with themes, usually colors or cultures. I once spent a night in a Victorian where each room had a bird theme.
A
Don't
bird
laugh,
theme.
But I stayed in the nuthatch room.
You're kidding. Why do they call these
That's so
mansions
funny.
Victorians?
They're named after Queen Victoria,
Getting
who
her in a
pretty
shirt.
much defined
Let's
high
go.
society in the late 1800s. After the gold rush,
A hot dog.
San Francisco had a building
hot
boom,
dog,
but
you can
most
make
of
a
the
hot
great
dog.
Victorian mansions were
Or
built in
egg
the late
salad, if you like
1800s.
egg salad. I think I might have egg
Nowadays,
salad
it's
for lunch,
very
actually.
popular to convert them into
I have
bed
some
and
eggs in my
breakfasts.
fridge, some hard-boiled eggs. I actually had hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, too. I actually ate breakfast because I was up so early. I was hungry at like 8:30.
The gold rush was in 1849,
So I had eggs and
right?
applesauce.
The big one, yes.
If you don't like eggs,
There was
that's
a
okay.
huge increase in the city's population, and San Francisco had a reputation
Do you have
for
stuff
being
to make a
lawless
salad? Salads
frontier
are good.
town.
Or some
Lots of
soup.
people made a
Canned
quick
soup is
fortune
very
here
good
and
at this time
lost
of
it
year.
Just as fast. Oh dear, am I talking too much?
Yes, you are. I'm sorry,
I get
Emily,
so
you're talking too much.
distracted at times I tend to get carried away a bit. So how are you, Nancy? Why did you call? Is there anything I can help you out with?
Do you know
That's what
anything
Valdez.
about
Forgot to eat
Valdez?
breakfast,
I
Makoto!
don't think so.
Gotta eat something.
Can you tell me about the Chinese
Check
writing
those,
system?
say-
I seem to come
sometimes
across a
it's-
lot
okay.
of Chinese symbols.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. The Chinese have been an important part of San Francisco.
Do you have more mac and
history
cheese?
for over 100
That way you
years.
can feed
The
yourself
symbols
and
are
Minnie
called
Makoto at the same
kanji,
time.
and each one represents a
Kill two birds with one
particular
stone if she still
thing,
needs fed.
or an idea or an action. You find
A
them
sandwich.
all over on business cards, takeout
lunch meat,
cartons,
sandwich.
artwork.
I found some old papers in the house.
I can't think of any other
Plus a
food.
page from a phone directory dated 1894.
What do you have that's
Ooh, that
canned?
sounds
Canned food pretty good.
valuable. It's hard to find old documents like that before.
Got some canned
1906.
chicken mixed with like some mayonnaise, or like some mustard, whatever you
What do
like,
you
and then like
know
put some like
about the
balsamic
Bandit's
vinegar on
treasure?
it.
Bandit's
Yum.
Treasure. Oh, you mean the play? The Rep did a season where they performed old
But the
local
direct came on,
plays,
and then I got
including
distracted by
Bandit's
mac and
Treasure.
cheese chat
I've
and
never
swimming
seen it, but
kiddos,
I
and
hear
I'm
the
here.
music is fantastic.
Well, you still should have eaten something. You could have eaten during the
Have
direct.
you heard of an antique dealer named Louis Chandler?
Nope, never heard of him.
Have you heard of an actress? Lizzie Applegate?
Oh, sure. She was a good friend of Lotta Crabtree, another
Lotta
popular actress
Crabtree.
in the late 1800s.
That's the name.
As I recall, she opened up a big hotel. What was it called?
So I'm saying now. Yes, you did it now. But you should have eaten earlier too.
Or the Oriental. I forget.
Like it's at the point of the day where you should have had 2 meals by now.
Oh no, this one was downtown. It was very big, but I think it burned down.
Have you ever come across hidden rooms in Victorian
I love
mansions?
a good hidden room.
No. But I've read that many houses were only partially rebuilt after the Great Earthquake, closing off damaged rooms from the rest of the house.
Do you know where Yerba Buena town is?
That's what San Francisco was called back during the Spanish colonial period, but no one calls it that anymore.
Clearly, because San Francisco.
Tell me about the Spanish and San Francisco.
Oh, you could write a book
and mac and
on
cheese
that.
for lunch and dinner last night.
The Spanish
Oh.
were the first Europeans to settle this area during the 1700s, and it stayed that way
Peanut
until
butter
after
and
the
jelly
Mexican
sandwich?
American War when it was handed over to the
Or
United States.
or cream cheese and jelly is also a very good sandwich. This lady's a talker. Yes, she's very much a talker. But one of my favorite things as a kid was cream cheese and jelly sandwiches. Because my sister and I didn't like peanut butter, so we had it with cream cheese instead. It was great. Very good. The kid just said she wants perfect. Make 2 of them. You got yourself a sandwich. Throw on some some carrots, and like maybe some pretzels and stuff. You got yourself a meal.
Goodbye, Emily.
Great meal.
Anytime.
Call anytime. Believe me, I'm not. She didn't tell me what to do though. Maybe we should call Bess for another hint. Can I get started? Okay, good plan. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. 4, 4, 6, 8. What time of the day is it? It's in the middle of the night.
This is Bess.
And George.
Hello, you two.
Hi, Nancy.
Give me a
How
hint.
are you?
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure.
Give
what
me
to
a clue.
Do next.
I don't know what to
Take the piano
do.
roll you found and lay it on top of the music.
Aha!
It could reveal an important clue.
I should get going. Talk
They're
to you
on to
later.
something.
Goodbye.
To the attic. Come in. Go faster. Oh, it's this way. Aha.
There's something hidden here.
Ooh. Find Diego on stairs. Diego. Okay, so I think we have to make the D-I-E-G-O. We need to put Diego on the stairs. Because we can do the thingy. We can do this. Okay. So it needs to be Diego. D-I-E. I did it. Coins. False. Floor. Coins, false, floor. I've never looked to see what that said before. Ooh, another symbol. Diego, I've waited so long for your return, but have kept our treasure true. Here is the tool you'll need to find it. May your rainbows never run out of luck. The star and moon will shine on you, and you begin your quest. Travel to the corner first. Visit all from east to west. Then journey back to the center where you will surely see the sunshine over all the land in perfect harmony. All right. We got that sign. We have the symbol. I feel like we should go to morning and talk to people. Let's go to like 10 a.m. Time. Let's do 11. Okay. We got a note. Leave the mansion now! So fun story about that. The first time I played this game, I was like 12 or 13. And I played like we played these as a kind of a family with like my siblings and my mom and everything. And the first time I played this, On the cover of the case though, it had a picture of the note. And when we were first playing this, it like the note slid under, and I said, "Leave the mansion now." And then we opened it, and my mom like, it blew her mind because I like predicted what was in it. It was really, really funny. Let's see what Abby has to say.
I hope you're convinced now that the spirits are with us.
I'm sorry.
These ghosts are here to stay.
All right, we have a lot to talk to her about.
I'm convinced that this house is haunted. I'm just not sure who is responsible.
Isn't it obvious? Senor Valdez and his wife, long-lost soulmates, wandering aimlessly in the netherworld, returning to this house
I
to
shouldn't
search
tell her
for
she
each
brings
other.
things yet. She might stop talking to us.
I only hope that one day I will be able to reunite them so that they may find peace.
What kind of person is Charlie? He seems to feel bad about all of these mishaps.
Ugh, it's clear to me that Charlie's totally responsible for the accidents. Who else could it have been?
Okay,
He's a
so
really
she
nice
thinks it's
kid,
Charlie.
But he has no idea what he's doing.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, Rose doesn't want to fire him.
Ooh,
And
why?
there's
Does she have a crush
something
on him?
suspicious about him.
What do you mean?
What's
The other day,
suspicious?
I was down in the basement working for over an hour, and suddenly he sneaks up on me. I bet he was down there the whole time.
But there's nowhere to hide down there.
Have you seen the poem in my room?
Oh, I love that poem. Listen, my child, to this story of dreams.
Ooh.
How does the rest go? It was there when we bought the place.
You know about
Do you
Lewis?
know much about Lewis? It must be
What's the
great
deal with
having
Lewis?
your own expert on Victorians.
He owns Chandler Interiors, a very reputable antique store. I'm sure his clients will be quite interested in our bed and breakfast once they hear about our resident ghost.
I found out how you rigged the seance table with a projector. That was a pretty good show
I didn't mean
you
to do
gave.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
but cool.
so I staged part of the
She's
seance.
admitted it!
But that still doesn't mean this place isn't haunted. Seances were very
She also
popular
claimed to have
during the
staged
Victorian
part of the
era,
seance, not
and
all of
I plan
it.
to entertain our guests with them. It'll be a great way to promote the place.
She's such a fake. She is such a
Have
fake.
you been creating these accidents to help your
Yeah, are
promotion?
you creating this?
Of course not. I've had nothing to do with these accidents.
Sure.
They cost us both time and money. If you want to find out who's behind the accidents, ask our resident handyman.
Are you the ghost who is haunting this place?
There's more to this house than you think, Nancy. You probably don't believe me, and with good reason, I admit it. But there are some mysteries in life best left unsolved.
How long have you known Rose?
A couple of years. She has
couple
good
years.
business sense, but I think she needs to think more about advertising. Otherwise,
Well,
we're
you
just
should do
like all the
advertising.
other
Like, what do you do
B&Bs in this
here?
town, and believe me, there's
You just
plenty of
hide
them.
in your room.
I saw those papers in the parlor. Where did you find them?
Right in my room. They're so vintage.
They're
I'm
so
going to
vintage.
ask Lewis if he can get me some antique frames for them. Rose and I can use the letters in our historical display.
Was there
A
anything
historical
about
display.
the house in them?
I don't
Makes
think
fake
so.
seances.
I really
That's her only
didn't go
job.
through them
Honestly.
that much. I
She
did
should
find
she
this
should
old
work on the
picture of a
marketing.
woman dressed in men's clothing. I think it was taken in the entryway by the staircase. I sent it to a photographer to have it restored.
Do you have any idea who this woman might be?
No, I don't. Sorry.
I heard someone
Okay,
crying
something
in
should
the
stay untouched.
hallway.
Leave the ghosts alone. Yeah,
Is
leave the
that
ghosts
you?
alone.
I told you the spirits were interested in you. Was it a woman crying?
It was.
Yes, it was. How did
Spooky.
you know?
It must be one of our phantom residents.
Phantom residences.
Do you know who this phantom could be?
Well,
Of
it
the opera.
wasn't me crying out there.
It's a Phantom of the Opera.
Did the house come with
That's
a
who it
lot of
is.
furniture?
There were a lot of pieces and knick-knacks left behind, like the books in the study, your bed. I think
My
it was
bed!
too large to take
I like
out
my
of the
bed.
room.
It's nice.
I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Quite
Have
comfy.
a celestial day.
Okay. Let's go talk to Rose.
Hello.
Have you found any rainbow designs in the house?
Rainbows? No. Not that I can remember.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.
Okay, so she has nothing to say. Let's go talk to Charlie. We also need to find some sort of light to explore in the fireplace. I don't know where we find anything.
Hey, Nancy, I see you survived Abby's seance. Man, that
Yep.
Valdez guy sure sounded creepy.
I guess. Were you down here then? I
Yeah.
don't remember seeing you.
Rose told me all about it. So how are things coming along? Anything I
Sure,
can help you
fake
out with?
med.
Have you ever heard of someone named Valdez?
I've heard of a Diego Valdez. He was a wealthy rancher who lived
That's
in the
whose name we put in the
1800s. I
stairs.
just read a book on him for my history class.
Can you tell me more about the accidents?
I'd really rather not talk about that right now.
Fine.
Have you met Louis?
Charlie bit my finger. Charlie bit my finger.
I think. I guess he does consulting work for Rose, like on Victorian furnishings and stuff.
How do you like working for Abby?
Working for Abby.
She's not bad. She can be a little weird. I think she gets on Rose's nerves sometimes.
What do you mean?
She always does the disappearing act whenever Rose needs her to do some work. And I think Rose is sort of had it, you know?
Abby thinks the house is haunted.
What do you think?
Do you?
I'm not sure. Let's just say I wouldn't rule it out.
He doesn't
That's
not
Abby's
believe in
department,
ghosts.
Not mine.
Have you seen the poem in the Chinese room?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. It almost sounds like there's a hidden message in there, you know?
I'll let you
hidden
get back to your
message.
renovation.
So long.
So long. I need to find some sort of light. I need to figure out how to get the third tile. Ah!
Fire!
It's a fire!
Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire! Fire! It's too late.
Oops. Fire! Put out the fire. Fire trucks! Is it that big of a fire? It didn't seem like that big of a fire.
I talked to everybody in the house, and none of them can figure out what caused the fire. Maybe I should take Lewis's advice
What
and cut
advice?
my losses.
Was it a
before
random
it's
box on
too
fire?
late.
Well, it's all the
What
documents that
advice?
Abby
He has a client who
supposedly
might
found in
wanna
her
buy the
bedroom.
place.
So maybe they
Someone
have
with
something
more
in there that
experience and
the
money to
ghosts,
finish all of the
like maybe the
renovations.
ghosts did it and they don't want people to see what's happening. What the fire department
What
say?
did the fire department say?
They think the fire was caused by sparks from the fireplace, since it doesn't have a screen. And I specifically told Charlie to buy one.
So maybe Charlie
Could
did
he
it.
have forgotten? No. I am bound and determined to stick with this house no matter what. Nothing can drive me away. I don't care if it's fires, earthquakes, or Mr. Valdez with his gang of ghosts.
Excuse me for prying, but why did you spend so much money to insure the house against fire?
For
Ghosts.
protection. I've put my entire life savings into this house, and if it goes up in smoke, I'll lose everything.
Do
That's
you
valid.
think Charlie is responsible for these accidents?
Abby thinks he is, but I'm not sure. I really trust in him, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Does Charlie live around here?
He told me he just moved here from Iowa, but doesn't
Iowa?
have a place of his own yet.
I've never
He said
been
he's
to
staying
Iowa.
with friends.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Back to the fire room. Ooh. A dragon. What's this? Oh, it's all burnt up. It's all burnt up. Alright, let's go call Wes. Perhaps. See what she has to say. Maybe she has another hint for us.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
What's up?
You'll never believe this, but things have gotten even more complicated.
Give me a hint.
I found some clues that there might be buried treasure in the house.
Wow.
Oh,
Buried
Nancy,
treasure.
It sounds like you've got a real case on
Like a
your hands.
pirate.
How can we help?
Can
X
you
marks
guys
the
give me
spot.
a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Check out the library shelves for more hidden clues and objects.
Oh, did we miss something in the
I should get
library?
going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
We just had a visitor on our back sliding door screen. Other bit. It was cute. It was cute. See, my first thought was a bug, so I'm glad it's not a bug. If it's on the door, that would be a bug. Alright, we looked at that book. Yeah, so Lizzie Applegate book. Mahjong. We've already looked at this one. Yeah, that's the piano book. Let me see. Nice. Lizards freak me out a little bit, though, I'll be honest. There's a lot of lizards here. They like to hang out on my patio. Oh, it's Lewis. We look over here. Theory of music. Yeah, I looked at that one. A knoll? A knoll? Is that what that is? I don't know what that means. Is that what that is? Is that what the lizard is called?
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck.
You love geckos too? I like to see them from afar. I don't like to see them up close.
Ah, Nancy.
Creepy crawlies creep me out.
What a shame to have lost those papers.
Ugh, we're gonna have to touch up all the
we
stuff.
Almost lost the house.
Alright,
Rose is
I guess
very
we're talking about
fortunate to
everything.
have you here.
Did you
Always
hear
smart.
anything in the parlor before the fire started?
No, I'm afraid not.
You would think I would
somewhat
like lizards
isolated
with my
here.
name being
With
Lizzie
these
and like
thick walls,
being
I
called Lizard a
barely
lot,
hear
but I
anything.
don't.
Were
the
the
papers
papers
valuable?
very valuable?
Not for my purposes, no. But they must have had some sentimental value.
I was wondering whether you knew anything about someone named E. Valdez.
E. Valdez. No, I've never heard of that name. But I'll jot it down and let you know if I come across it anywhere.
What kind of antique store do you own?
It's
Have
a
to
gallery,
sneeze and it
not
won't
a
come
store.
out.
And
Ugh.
it's called Chandler Interiors, specializing in the Victorian period. I have clients from all over the world, and if I don't
If it's
have what they're
specializing in
looking for,
Victorian
I find it.
interiors,
Is this
why don't you
house
call it
once a
Victorian interiors
hotel?
versus
That's
Chandler
hard to
interiors?
say. The house has been renovated many times, but several of its original features, such as the saloon and staircase, seem to indicate that it may have been a hotel. Unfortunately, there are no records on this house before 1906.
Do you think Rose should sell the house?
I leave that decision up to her. She's put an extraordinary amount of time and money into it, and I'm not sure if she can afford what it'll take to complete the renovations. But
So he
whatever her
has a
decision,
method of trying to
I
get
will
them out
assist her
too.
however I can.
Of
Do
being
you
a
know
fake
who
ghost.
Lizzie Applegate was?
Because he could like
Yes,
snatch
I
it up if
certainly
he
do.
wanted to.
She was a very popular
Or just buy all the
actress in
furniture
late
to sell.
1800s. She was very generous and left all of her money to the Ladies' Protection Society,
What was the Ladies' Protection Society?
a popular charity in the early 1900s. They helped widows and orphans.
Have you seen the poem?
The poem
I'm just
in my
asking
room?
everyone.
Oh, that one. Yes, it's just some cheap Chinatown souvenir.
I don't know if
Do
I
you know
believe
what
him.
a phoenix is?
Yes, it's a mythical bird-like creature that builds a nest every 500 years and then sets itself on fire to rise forth reborn from its ashes. It's
Okay.
a very popular symbol in the Bay Area. In fact, there's one on the main staircase.
I won't keep you any longer.
No,
Good day.
I'm not done. I had
Yes,
things to talk
Nancy.
about.
Do you think Charlie is doing a good job?
Certainly. He's rough around the edges, but he's reliable and learns very quickly. He's just what Rose and I need.
Did Lizzie ever wear men's
Yes, I have.
clothing?
I have worn men's clothing. It's comfier.
I'm sure she played some roles where she had to dress as a man, but she was quite an elegant woman, quite fashionable for her time.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait. My voice teacher emailed me. Aha. Send me music. Popular in Chinese culture too, the phoenix. Alright. I don't know what they mean by looking at the thingies. I've looked at all the books. Have I? It's the firebird. So that's the phoenix, and that's what's on the floor in the other room. Alright, so we've looked at everything in here now, I think we missed that one. We need to find a flashlight. What time is it? It's not quite time. Because we can go into Abby's room, because she's out from 3 to 6. Tell you why it's popular in San Francisco, actually. Lots of Chinese immigrants there. That would make sense. That'd be cool. Okay. We're gonna go to when Abby's out of her room. We can go.
You have become completely distracted by all of the spiritualism stuff. I think you were in the parlor, either burning candles or using that flash paper.
Well, excuse me for trying to find some ways to promote this place. It's good business sense.
Well, I guess we won't have to worry about advertising if the mansion burns down.
You
Ooh.
You'll just collect the insurance.
My email just came through. That scared me on my computer.
Are you accusing me of fraud?
I'm sorry, Rose. I don't
Alright, so
know.
they're fighting. It's not important though, because it doesn't show up in the subtitles, so it's not super important to listen to. Alright. Let's go. Yeet. Gonna swing with each other. Yeah. I mean, understandably. Alright, snooping time. Old West Romances by F. Scott. Lizzie Applegate and the Bandit. Okay. No, I'm tired. No, stop it. A Pilot Man.
Something's
A bug.
missing
We need to
here.
get in there. We need to find a bug. Crystal ball. A bug! This is in another game. I don't remember which one though, but that symbol's in another game as well.
I should return the spider so Abby
Oh,
doesn't.
that's the door. I thought that was like a bathroom door. We hit that alarm. I had a clip that had the same noise. Ooh, that's rough. Having the one with the same noise. Mastering the art of illusion. Alright, so she has an illusion thing. She's a box of dead flowers. Two-way mirror. Suspicious. Hey, The Sims. Sims 4 Paranormal. The Zodiac and You. The Chinese tradition. Alright, it has all the animals. Okay. For chair. Fortune telling. For business popularity. Okay. Her interactive publishing. Love that. Oh, there's Maddie Jensen. Looks like she was doing some tarot cards. Moon incense. Alright, so that sign for moon.
When the moon sleeps and the sun
plays. Ooh, cute. Anything in there? Nope. Guitar? Baby? Friends? Let's go. I saw Easter eggs in these games. I loved all the Easter eggs. She's got cameras! She's got them spooky sounds. She got the crying.
I see you.
We're familiar with that sound. Such a fake, such a fake. Okay.
I need a tape.
We have a tape.
Who has called me forth from the great beyond?
So this is the seance audio. So she's very sus. Alright, let's put the spider back. That's not where it goes. It goes over here. I'm pretty sure that's all that we have to see in here. Look at that over here. Yeah, I think that's pretty sure that's all we have to see. Alright, let's go talk to Charlie.
Hey, Nancy. I hear there's been another accident.
Another incident?
You've got to believe me. I didn't have anything to do with it. I just hope Rose doesn't blame me for this one.
Charlie, are you sure there isn't more to these accidents that you're not telling me?
Everyone thinks I'm causing these accidents because I was always
Maybe
the
you
last
are.
one there. But I had nothing to do
That
with them.
seems pretty
I can tell
suspicious
you
to
this.
me!
There's
Fake
something
Ned!
unusual going on in this house.
So, do you have any proof?
I'd better not say any more. Sorry.
Who was the last person you saw in the parlor before
Yeah.
the fire?
I've been working mostly in the basement, but I think I saw Abby go through those papers right before the fire.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
Later.
So Abby's still pretty sus.
It's stuck.
Alright, we've already gotten in there. Ooh, a newspaper. We missed this one. Scandal! Horror! Outrage! Citing the increased popularity for stage revenues and decreased charitable contributions, the Ladies Protection Society has announced a shocking new strategy for raising much-needed funds for the benefit of widows and orphans in our region. No longer the good ladies of our society hold garden parties, afternoon teas, or cakewalks to solicit contributions. Instead, these proper wives, daughters, and mothers will act on stage like common troubadours in several popular plays in order to raise money for their good works. As decent gentlemen, we should not allow the fair sex to degenerate themselves with this level of vulgarity. Women belong in the home, not upon the stage. Signed the editor. I don't like this man. I don't like the editor. You blame the fake sans lady, just saying, yeah. Yeah, Abby's pretty sus. I don't, should we go call Bess? Maybe we should have Abby.
Hello.
Are you missing any papers?
Funny you should ask. Yes, I did misplace some old letters.
They're probably
I'm
burned
sure
up
they'll show
in
up
the box.
soon.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Ah, the good old days. Ah, the good old days. We know that sound from Abby's room. That was Abby. Suspicious.
Yes, Nancy.
I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
It's stuck.
I think I need to get oil from somewhere.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck.
I also need to find the third piece for this.
It won't fit.
I just don't know how. Let's call Bess. I know her number now. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello!
Bess.
Hello, what's new?
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Check out the library shelves for more hidden clues and objects.
Alright, apparently we're
I
missing
should
something
get
in the
going.
library.
Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye.
What are we missing in the library? We've read this. More emails. How rude. Read this one. What am I missing? We've read the history of the piano. Ah! Found it. I can't believe I missed that.
I should wait until I'm alone.
Let's make Lewis Scram. So popular. I am so popular. I'm the most popular. I don't know what instance you're referring to, but I am the most popular. I hope you know that. Abby's just trying to freak us out now. Alright, so Lewis is gone after 5. The emails. Oh, yes. Yes, it's Broadway calling. They're just so desperate for me to be on Broadway. They just keep sending me emails telling me to submit for stuff. Broadway and Hollywood. They're just so desperate. Here, we'll go down this side so we don't have the creaking stairs for you, Makoto. Are you happy? Ooh. Secret room. Lamp. A child. Child! Like a cursive Z. Okay, we got that one. Less annoyed by the stairs now that I've heard the alarm. A peephole! It's Lewis!
Lewis is up to something.
What are you up to, Lewis?
Aha! That's it!
He
Lewis,
found
Are
something.
you in there?
I'll be right there.
He's trying to find where you are. I hope it doesn't find me.
He's hiding something in his briefcase.
Let's get into his briefcase. His briefcase. And we do have the code because that was on his computer that we took a picture of earlier. So it's 4 6 5 3 4 8 6 8. We're in. What's this? Rick Arlen back with a vengeance. Soap star heartthrob Rick Arlen has renewed his contract with Worldwide Broadcasting, but admits his misgivings about another season of With Light of Our Love. It was a very... I forgot a freaking drinking game today. Oh well. It was a very difficult time of my life. The actor admits there was a lot of things going down, and I didn't know if it was a time to move on. Rumors have persisted that Arlen has been a victim of a stalker and that a teen detective named Nancy Drew was on the case. Hey, that's us. However, neither Rick nor...
What are you doing in there?
What happened?
Oops.
I got caught snooping around, and Rose asked me to leave.
Oh no.
Now you won't be able to solve the mystery.
Better luck next time, I guess.
That's too bad. And to think you could have saved the day.
And helped out Rose.
Well, we know that Lewis knows who we are.
I had another chance. I'd be a lot more careful the next time around.
We would be. Oh, I have to get back into it now? Oh, I gotta pull the thing back up. 4 6 5 3 4 8 6 8. Okay, so we've looked at that. Let's look at it again though, just for Nancy. Victorian antiques. Hidden treasure in our homes. Okay. Through our own voices, an oral history of Chinese immigrants in California.
Gumbo.
Wing Tang.
What's that?
Gumbo Fu. Dear sir, I represent a client who would like to sell their collection of post-Civil War gold bullion. My client wishes to remain anonymous due to business transactions and I have difficulty determining the nature of their collection. But I can gather my client possesses approximately 50,000 in uncirculated blank standard gold coins dated between 1870 and 1880. These have been issued by the 5 major banks that were located in California at the time. Please kind of... Okay, so he's working on that. Oh, respectfully yours from Lewis. So that's from Lewis. What's this? That's his name and his thing. Okay, I think that's it. All right. We got the symbol. Let's go to the basement.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. Save! We haven't saved our game the entire time. Ah! I'd rather drinking gam. Unstuck. There. Oh wait, there's a space oh well. Continue. That's the hole we fell into. What's this? Dear Mom and Dad, sorry I haven't written in a while, but things are really been busy. I'm working now fixing up an old house. I'm learning a lot and I'm very proud of the work I'm doing. Still in between places, so I'll let you know what my address is once I settle down. Say hi to Grandma. From Charlie! This is Charlie's. Great King Chinese restaurant. Oh, great, King. Okay, we got that symbol.
The King of the Sky will shine his ray.
A floppy disk! El Diablo. Not much known about this masked bandit who plagued the Dominico Baca Trail between 1875 and 1880, except for his trademark black outfit and mask. Many legends associate with the Great Christmas Robbery, but contemporary historians now believe the robbery was fabricated by the Stagecoach Company since the treasure has never been found. Ooh. Is that it? What's that? Oh, mousetrap. Zorro! It's freaking Zorro! I love Zorro. Anything else? Just that. Okay. Secret passageway. We're upstairs. Oh, we're just down here. So it comes out like right next to the door. Let's look at the floppy disk on Lewis's computer. Lewis, you better not be here. Heck yeah. Oh, do we have his password on the thingy? Oh, laptop. Antiques. I'm gonna say his name. Login name is Lewis. A-N-T-I-Q-U. Is it Antiques? I did it. Fact from fiction: the Great Christmas Gold Robbery. Charlie Murphy, final term paper, profiles of California history, history 183. Okay. Diego Valdez, question mark, eyewitness profiles. Purple Pete, Wild Obadiah, Crazy Jane. Crazy Jane is in Shadow Ranch. El Diablo, gold coins. Applegate Connection, Banished Treasure Promotion. So he's basically doing a paper on the house. Basically. We should go probably interrogate him. Should we not? Let's go to tomorrow. Hold on. Let's go to 11 a.m. So it says the stolen coins stolen by Zorro. Although Zorro, the treasure of Zorro could be the treasure that's supposedly hidden in the house. Because there's supposedly treasure hidden in the house.
Hi, Nancy. What's up?
Charlie, I know your secret.
I know your secret.
I know you're living in the hidden room behind the saloon.
Please don't tell Rose. I have no place to stay.
That's what Lewis is trying to find and why he hasn't sent the letter yet. Oh. Big brain.
How did you find the room?
I was homeless, camping out in parks. One day I was looking for a place to get out of the rain, so I ducked under some bushes and found this hidden panel that led to the secret room. Nancy, I didn't mean any harm. I just needed a place to live.
I really think you should tell Rose. But I'll keep your secret if you help me out.
I'll keep your secret,
and I will
but I'll
tell
blackmail
Rose.
you for it.
What do you need?
Stop this.
What other secrets do you know
Yeah,
about
tell
this
me everything you
house?
know.
I have seen some odd
Fake
things
Ned.
down here, like Abby's seance.
Charlie, I found this diskette. I think it's
I
yours.
found your floppy
I was
disk.
wondering where it was. Thanks a lot, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Luckily, I had a backup at the school.
That must be an interesting.
And such a
paper
good
you're
detective with the
writing.
blackmailing.
started
Oh yeah,
writing
we
it,
love
so
to
I don't know very
blackmail.
much about the robbery. It's hard to separate fact from fiction, especially when most of the information is based on rumors.
Very true. Stop this. Thank you.
Whatever happened to the gold?
Nobody knows. Some historians say that the bank faked the robbery to collect the insurance money.
Ooh, fake robberies?
Was it El Diablo who stole the gold, or someone else?
It was definitely El Diablo, but no one knows who he was. In my opinion, El Diablo never existed. He was a composite of different outlaws from that era.
Have
Interesting
you come across
theory.
any hidden passageways down here?
You mean like a trapdoor leading to a room with skeletons or something? No, I haven't.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
See
I
ya,
want a
and thanks,
trapdoor.
Nancy, for keeping my secret. I'll tell Rose.
Good. Good kid. Good job. Let's go to Rose.
Hello.
Do you know what
Gumbo Foo means? You like
No.
Charlie? I like Charlie too.
Not that I can
I hate that
remember.
he's a fake Ned though.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Phone call? Okay. That was awfully specific. I mean, we read it in the book. We need to go talk to someone about it. The thing with the room. I mean, yeah, you know, that's fine. Let's go. I know we need to talk to Emily about Gumbo Foo. No, not 6. Let's call Emily.
Emily Foxworth speaking.
Hello.
Emily
It's
Foxworth.
Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy. How's your case coming along?
Have you ever heard of the Ladies Protection Society?
No, but it sounds like some turn-of-the-century charity. There were all these private agencies that helped out widows and orphans before the government took on that role.
Stuck in
Do
my
you know
headphones.
what the words Gumbo Foo mean?
Gumbo Foo.
Sounds Chinese to me. Why don't you ask everyone what they think it means? It may have something to do with the house. In the meantime, I'll ask my friends about it. Gumbo Foo.
I should get
Get
going.
going.
Goodbye, Emily.
Keep me posted, okay?
What time is it? That time. Let's call Bess. Oh, I've done it wrong. There we go. Now it's correct.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hello, what's new?
Give
Can
me
you
a
guys
clue.
Give me a clue. I'm not sure what to do next.
Talk to people about that Gumbo Foo.
Then check to see what Rose has to say.
Okay. So we should probably go talk to Abby about it too. Hold on. There we go. Alright,
should
so
get
let's go talk to
going.
people about Gumbo
Talk to you
Foo.
later.
Goodbye.
I think we already asked Lewis about it, and I don't think he's here right now. Yeah, he's not here, but I think we asked him already. Abby? Did you see the ghost in the mirror?
Hi, Nancy. I can't believe we had a fire.
Oh, we
can't
haven't talked to her all day.
believe it.
Oops.
I bet Charlie was down there before it started.
Why do you say
She's
that?
very sus of
Because
Charlie.
he's always around at the scene of these accidents.
So are
I
you.
told Rose
You
to
live
fire
here.
him, but she won't listen to me.
He lives here too.
Do you know what Gumbo Foo means?
Gumbo Foo? I love gumbo. What kind of gumbo is Gumbo Foo?
Does Charlie
That's a dumb
live
answer.
around here?
I'm not sure. He said he's
I'm
between
very sus of her. Yeah, I know.
apartments.
I'm very sus of her
I think
too.
he said he's staying with friends until he can find a place of his own.
Between apartments? That
Does
seems
seem
kind
very
of
odd.
Not for San Francisco. Rents are really high, and there are so many kids thinking they can find cheap housing out here. It's sad to say.
Cheap housing.
But a lot of them end up on the streets.
Sometime I
Why don't you
heard
get
that.
Back to what you were doing.
Pax vobiscum.
Excuse me? I think we should probably change time and go talk to Lewis. I don't know if we talked to him about Gumbo Foo yet or not. Lewis? I'm coming for you. He's not here. Oh, I got... My game's glitched. I got another disc. When is Lewis here? I don't remember what time he's here. I thought he was here after 5. But maybe he's here till 5? Let's check the... Lewis. Oh, noon to 5. Okay.
Hello.
I can see you're busy.
We gotta go change the
I'll
time
let you
again.
go.
Take care.
I swear he was here after 5. Let's go to 3. I love zooming around in the games. It's very fun to zoom around. Lewis, I'm coming for you again.
Yes, Nancy.
What does gumbo fu mean?
Gumbo fu means?
Where
Tell
did you
me
hear
now.
that?
I read about it in a magazine.
I read about it in a magazine.
I see. As I recall, it means House of Great Books.
House of Great Books.
After the Great Earthquake, many
Fart
books and
Bubbler,
houses
hello!
were stored in
That's
private
a great
homes
name.
to save them
Hello,
from the
how are
fire.
you? How's your
The
day?
Chinese called those houses Gumbo Fu.
Save them from the fires. Okay.
I won't keep you
So it's a
any
Fahrenheit
longer.
451
Good day.
situation going on. What do we do? I've asked. Oh, we've asked everyone now, so now we should go talk to Rose. That's what Bess and George said. Good, thanks. How about your friend self? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. I'm having a lot of fun playing some of my favorite games. I'm obsessed with these Dance Studio games. I played them since I was a child. And now we're playing them all on stream from the start. So we played the first one, the remastered first one, and the second one. So this is the third one.
Hello.
And I love doing it. So
I can see you're
okay.
busy.
So I guess we've
I'll
talked to
let you
everyone about
go.
gumbo food.
Goodbye.
I don't know what to do next. I don't remember. Let's call Bess and George then. Well, Bess. George isn't in this game. To the phone. The fact that I have Bess's number memorized is kind of funny. They also keep the same number for Bess and Ned and George all the way throughout the entire series, which I think is fantastic.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hi, Bess.
Hello?
Tell me
What's
what to
new?
do.
Can you guys give me a clue? I'm not sure what to do next.
Talk to people about that gumbo
I
food.
have talked to
Check to see
people.
what Rose has to say.
I should get going. Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Let me call Emily back. Maybe she was researching. Oh, that's the wrong number. Oh yeah, I think Emily was looking it up. So Lewis says it's a house of great books. Or house of many books. Something like that. Is what he said.
Hi, Emily. It's Nancy.
Listen, my dear, I'm off to a photo shoot in Mexico, even though I don't know why they're sending me down there again. I just got back a couple of months ago, but who knows what goes on in my editor's mind, always thinking of new ways to make my life miserable. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I'll find out what that phrase means before I go, okay? Okay, good luck.
Okay, so we just kind of gotta wait for her to tell us. We're missing we're missing 3 symbols. We're missing the one for beginning, river, and gold, and I don't know where we find those.
Hello.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
I don't know what we're supposed to do. Catnapping. Let me out. There we go. We've already done the dumb waiter. Let's go talk to Abby again, I guess. Oh, is she not here? Yeah, she's not here. 3:30. Let's go talk to Charlie real fast. And we'll change time and talk to Abby.
Hi, Nancy. What's up?
Oh, we didn't
What's
ask
the
Charlie
words
about it.
Gumbo fu mean?
I'm not sure. I've never heard that before.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
All right, maybe
See you
now we
around.
can go talk to Abby. I think I just saw a shadow in the hallway.
I'm glad you dropped by.
There we go.
You know, I wanted
we
to tell
go.
you that you'll be alone in the house for a while.
Ooh.
Everyone is going to the Winter Festival, and Charlie's studying for finals. I also took down one of the tapestries in your room for dry cleaning, and what was the other thing? Oh, a messenger dropped off a letter for you.
We got a
I put it
letter.
in your room.
All right, we gotta go to our room.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Let's save our game. Save. Continue. All right, we are close to finishing this game, so we might have some time afterwards. Maybe we can play Animal Crossing when we're done, if we have time. Where are we going? Upstairs. That's where we're going. Or we'll just talk about Nancy Drew, because I love to talk about Nancy Drew. All right, where's my letter? Aha. From Emily Foxworth. I'm sorry I could not drop this off myself, but I'm at the door for a month-long photo shoot in Mexico. I spoke to my friend about gumbo food. It means gold treasure mansion. She wrote the Chinese symbol below. Okay. So we know the symbol for gold is that little first one. The house-looking thing.
Golden Wonder.
All right. Ooh. Another note. Oh, that's the leave the mansion now note. I swear that was in our inventory. Ooh, here's all the animals. So we know I need to go back to... I need to go back to Abby's room and take note of the animals. What time is it? Or she's still out of her room. Angry letter is still on the phone. That's okay. The angry letter, we had the angry letter from earlier. We got that while you were, I think, out making lunch. But we have the letter from Emily with the one symbol that one of the symbols we were missing. Okay, so maybe we should do it in, okay, so first came the rat. Ox. Tiger. Rabbit. Dragon. Snake. I just wrote snack. Horse. Goat. Monkey. Rooster. Dog. And boar. Okay. So now we go put those in the wall. Okay, so rat. Rat. Rabbit. Nope, I totally just skipped. Rat. Ox. I'm gonna say that's the ox. No, that's the goat. Ox. Ox. Tiger. Rabbit. Dragon. Snake. Horse. A goat. Monkey. Rooster. Dog. And boar. Ooh. Alright, and then we have the symbols. But I don't have... we're missing 2 symbols. We're missing beginning and river. And I don't know where we find those. And we should have had them by now, I think. Maybe we should just... What symbol are we missing? So... we have that one. We have that one. We don't have that one. We have... there we go. We have that one. We have that one. Do we have that one? I don't think we have that one. We have that one. We have... okay, so we have the rest of them. So I'm gonna try to just figure out which one's which, because we don't have the one of them. Or we're missing 2 of them, but I don't know where we find them. Alright, so daughter is that one. We're gonna go with beginning as the 3 lines. Child is the one that looks like a cursive Z. Boar is the box. I is this one. Fire is the one that looks like a K. Moon is the next one. King is the fancy I. River, we're going with the that one. And gold is the one that looks like a little house. I got them wrong. Alright, switch them over. So, daughter. Beginning is the one over here. Beginning. Child. 4. I. Fire. Moon. King. River is the lines. And then gold. No. Fine then. Oh, we gotta do that again later too. Lame. I don't know where we find the other symbols.
It's stuck.
We've already gone in there. Oh, it's because I have some of the lines messed up. So it's child is first. And then beginning is 2. And then 3 is daughter. Oh, that's why I've messed it up. I've done goofed. Daughter and then 4. Okay. I've done goofed it up. All right. Rat. Ox. Tiger. Rabbit. Dragon. Sneck. Horse. Goat. Monkey. Rooster. Dog. Boar. Alright, so let's try this again. Alright, so child is first. And then beginning, and we're gonna go with the lines again. We'll start with that one. Let's try. And then daughter. And then 4 as the box. I. Fire. Moon. King. River. And then gold. Alright, so we need to do one more time. So, child. Beginning is that one. Daughter. Four. I. Fire. Moon. King. River is the lines. And the little house for gold. There we go. We did it. Oh, let me write that down as them. Alright, so we got some things. Jewelry box with some jewelry. Our wedding day. As the days shall say, strength be, true love, and something shall be with you. The certificate certifies that Elizabeth Applegate of Gold Pine Valley, California, and Diego Valdez of Gold Pine Valley Co. were united in marriage according to the ordinance and laws of the state of California at Gold Pine Valley on the 18th day of June in the year of our state, 1876. Witnesses. Some angler and something else. Alright, so they got married. My dearest Elizabeth, I could never fully sully that sweet name. I can never sully that sweet name by calling you Lizzie. You shall evermore be Elizabeth, my Elizabeth. The sweet something woman who has honored me with her enchanting presence and grace. Tonight, I ride on yet another precious I don't know. El Diablo! So Diego Valdez is El Diablo. My dearest Elizabeth, only one soul in this great earth knows how the two secrets that circle my heart, my love for you and my secret identity. Know that my intentions are the purest in all aspects. I am the modest man, and all of the wealth that I have occupied by devious means are put to the best uses, all given to the poor, the misfortunate, and the defenseless. And so I am a poor, misfortunate, and defenseless man in the presence of your beauty. You have stolen my heart, dear Elizabeth, and all I ask is your hand in marriage to be mine. Oh, that's when he proposed. Back? Okay, so we got into the thing on the wall that was hidden by a tapestry that they took down for dry cleaning. We've discovered that El Diablo is Diego Valdez, and that Diego and Elizabeth Applegate got married. That's what we've learned. Last will and testament to the estate of Elizabeth Applegate Valdez. I, Elizabeth Valdez, do hereby make my last will and testament to my dear friend Nellie Beecham. Beckham? I don't know. My black onyx, it is a lot. We're basically at the end. I know like it's like a time thing difference, but if I got a love letter like that, I'd throw up on the spot. Cause you think it's cute or cause you hate it. Cause you could probably throw it from either one of them. My black onyx necklace and earrings in the sum of $5,000 to my employee Wing Tang, the sum of $15,000 to my chair secretary Mabel Craddy, the sum of $10,000, and to my beloved husband Diego Valdez, my entirety of my estate, my house, and its contents, with the exception of the bequests above. In the event that my husband Diego Valdez is not located after a period of 1 year after my death, or is found to be deceased, the entirety of my estate, with the exception of the bequests above, are to be liquidated, and all proceeds of said transaction be provided to the Ladies' Protection and Relief Society. Witness this 8th day of April 1902. For G. Metzger, attorney at law. You hate it. Oh, love that. Okay, good to know. So I'll tell no one to write you a love letter. So this means, because all of her money went to the Ladies' Protection and Relief Society, so that means that Diego was never found after she died. It's a lot of money to Wing Tang. It's her employee, so I don't know. Maybe they were besties. All right.
Something's missing here.
And we have this key. This key came from the thing in the stairs when we made it say Diego, and it had a note from Diego, I think, and it had this key. And I said, this is the key. Moons. Gotta make them all suns, I think. Oh, that was easy. Oh, a slider puzzle. We know how I feel about slider puzzles. Should probably be down here. There we go. And they give you a hard one. Oh yeah. They don't want to make it too easy. I did it. It's a ruby. Let's save the game. That's a big ruby. It actually isn't. Not low to define, but don't say things like your beauty outshines the sun. I think your clothes sometimes funny, a lot more relatable. That's true, I guess. That's true. That's true. I probably would also throw up at the sight of those fancy words. So I don't blame you. All right. Do you see that shadow? We know where that sound came from.
It's missing an eye. When the moon sleeps and the sun plays. It's missing an eye.
Oh, it should be nighttime.
I see you.
Or it should be daytime. It's probably too late in the day. Because when the moon sleeps and the sun plays. So let's go to like noon. Oh yeah, it's too late in the day. To noon! They just make me laugh. Ghostly shadows. The lights are shining. The rainbows are at the golds at the end of the rainbow. Spooky things get more prolific as this goes. Abby's having way too much fun on the recorder scene. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I would too. If I had all that, I would have fun.
It's stuck.
Crowbar? Frick yeah, we love a crowbar.
Gold!
Gold!
And to think I was
Your smell it shines the sun like what? Because I'm permanently blind to them.
Too bad no one will ever find out about it.
We've been knocked out. No, Lewis! No!
I knew it. There must be over $1 million in here.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
What do we do?
So long, losers.
So long, loser. You're the loser, Lewis. You knew it. You knew it.
Let him get away.
Yes.
There was nothing I could do.
We like to second chance it.
Sure
Wrong way,
there
I
was
know.
something you could have done to stop him.
We got a second chance it
You
though. It's more
probably
fun
had
that
to act
way.
fast and didn't have enough time.
I guess this mystery's solved. Unfortunately, the bad guy got away. This time.
Not the next time though.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
Now for one of my favorite endings. Shoot him! I don't have a gun! That's the first game!
Hey! Get me out of here!
I got
Dear
stuck under a
Bess,
chandelier.
I'm just about
Loser.
finished with my renovation work and counting out all of those gold coins. Lewis was behind
That
all
didn't
of
kill
the
him? Nah, he
actions,
just got
hoping to
pummeled by
pressure
a
Rose
chandelier.
into
It's
selling
not like
the
we
house
shot him or
so he
anything.
could find the treasure himself. Although Rose and Abby may not have a legal right to the gold, the bank the coins were stolen from will still give them a reward for finding
Woohoo!
it.
We love rewards.
The house also has gotten a lot of publicity with all of the news
Yeah, it
stories,
has.
and the place is booked solid for the first
We
month
love
of its
free
opening.
publicity.
I guess a haunted bed and breakfast with hidden treasures is all the rage these days, even if there are no such things as ghosts. I think. See you soon, Nancy.
We did it! Exit game. Oh, sure, I'll save. Oh, no. Never mind then. Don't save. It's fine. That would really hurt. He really shouldn't have been able to move after that. Can you say crush ups? I mean, maybe he might not have moved. He might not have moved. It's fine. Maybe he was taken out on a stretcher. We don't know. What a loser getting trapped under trailer. I know, what a loser. It's like Phantom of the Opera all over again. But woohoo, we finished it. All right, we are officially technically four games down because like the remastered version. And we have 30 to go. 30? 29? He was squirming under there. I mean, maybe he had some control over some of his limbs. Who knows? It was also like 2000 when this was made, so maybe they were built different in the 2000s when they were crushed by a chandelier. I don't know. I was barely a child. 30 or 32. There's 34 games. So we have like 30 games left. But there's 34 not counting the remastered, so I think 31 then. We've technically played 3. I think we have 31 left. It's also only 12:10. So, should we... I don't have the next game installed, I don't think. What is the next game? I think Treasure in the Royal Tower is the next game. Let me see. Yeah, Treasure in the Royal Tower is the next game, which is one of my favorite games. And we have not played it on stream. We've only played some of the newer games on stream, so this is very fun. We'll play that one next week. His husband has to install it on his computer first before mine, because I don't have a CD drive on my computer. So I can't do it. So he has to install it on his computer, make a virtual drive of the make a virtual copy of the disc, and then put it on the server, which then puts it on my computer, and I put it on my computer and then install it that way, and use a program called Power ISO to install it onto my computer. So if you want to play these games and have them physical copies and not a DVD drive, that's how you do it. Just have someone else make the digital copy of it. If you're ever curious. Also, to play these old games, husband had to basically break my computer. I found out why I could not, like, my interesting thing that was possible. Oh yeah, it's possible. Everything's possible if you try hard enough and you ask the right people. But I found out why I can't record my Sims right now to like make videos, and why I completely did not have recordings for my last 100 episode was because in order to play these games, husband had to break the thing that records. So in order to record, I have to restart my computer, which I hate doing, but I'm gonna do that after stream so I can like film something today. But yeah, so that's why I don't have a video for that episode. In case you were curious, that's why. So I have to restart my computer after the stream. However, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to play some Animal Crossing? How's Animal Crossing sound? Or do you just want to talk about Nancy Drew, because I can down to talk about Nancy Drew for hours. I think Animal Crossing sounds fun though. You guys are down for some Animal Crossing. I mean, we could, yeah. How do we feel about some Animal Crossing? Because I think it could be fun. I don't know about you, but I love Animal Crossing. I don't know if we'll have sound though. Might have to change things. Here. That was to play my game. Exactly. So let's go. Do we have sound? No. Okay. Let me unplug the things. Sounds great. Perfect. All right. Unplugged. Plugged back in. We switch back over. We deactivate it. Well, because it's frozen, then we reactivate it. Still no sound. Excuse me. Oh, wait. No, sound's not just down, because one of them's all the way down. Still can't change things. That's so weird. Hold on. Let me log into Nightbot. Nightbot, stop being dumb. Let me switch things. I don't know why it's being a problem. It's like not connected to my thing. I don't think. Like it's being weird. Well, no, it's connected to things. I can see chat. I can see chat log. So I don't know why it's being funny. I don't know. Looks like I'm logged in. Alright, I just made it leave the channel. Setting that might need to be changed, maybe because of the password reset. My ball, I'm gonna do a job. I know, it's so rude. Alright, I unmodded it. We're gonna remod it. Alright, so it's already a moderator of the channel. It's not showing up. Can someone try a command? Oh wait, I can try a command. Alright, so Nightbot's working. It just doesn't want to listen to Makoto. That's so rude, Nightbot. But there's no like settings section on Nightbot, which is odd. But there's like no option. That's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder if other people are having problems with Nightbot or if it's just my channel. Yeah, I know. It's so weird. I don't know. Let's see if we can get Animal Crossing's audio to work. You know, like me, yeah, it probably just, it's just angry for some reason. Why don't I have any sound? Do you guys have sound? Let me, hold on. Let me unplug it again. Oh, where did my capture card go? I've lost it. Uh-huh. It got scooted. All right. Unplug. Plug back in. Check. No, it's always, whenever there's no audio, it's always like it just needs plugged, take it like unplugged and plugged back in, and then I just need to deactivate and reactivate it. The video, and then it should work. I don't know why it's being dumb. Stop being dumb. Sound on the Switch turned down? No, the sound on the Switch doesn't matter. Because it's docked, so the sound on the Switch does not matter. It's controlled from the things. No, it's not my sound. Let's look at some settings. It's very delayed. It sounds weird. It sounds weird now. You're like, you forgot about talking. That's okay. That sounds weird. I don't think that's the right setting. Is it this setting? No, it's like a really delayed sound. That's weird. Confused. Well, let's just go into it with this weird sound and see what it does. We'll see. If it sounds funny, we'll turn it off. And like we'll change the settings back. I also don't I think I just saved my game, so it's doing the loading from saving the game back to the menu. There we go. That's very loud. Why is it so loud? Weird. Oh, let me change my game. Why is it so loud? Oh, that's on my end. Very loud on my end, I think. Is it loud on your end? So that unlike Nightbot, I like his mom was like, oh, how nice. Oh, I need to get my thingy up. There we go. All right, sound is kind of delayed. Not loud at all. Okay, so it's just really loud in my ears. Because my computer audio was up really high, I guess. That's what it was. It's good on your end too? Okay. Do you guys care the delayed sound? I don't know if it's annoying me or not. I don't know. So let me show you what I did this morning. So I did this morning. So I moved this down here and made it bigger. So we had like a nice little like Thanksgiving area. And we have like a little fireplace. And then I did some like terrain tools over here. It doesn't bother you? Okay. Not yet. It's not that noticeably off, like delayed. And then I did some terrain manipulation over here. And I think it's really cute. So that's what I got going on right here. I also, so I have plans, I don't have plans yet, but I'm going to make plans to move one of these houses. I don't like how the yards look, and I want to kind of just change it. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to change it. I want to do something. I just don't know what. Do I hear a balloon? No. And I want to put something here. And like here. And like we need to do something back here. So, but maybe we'll work on the campsite. Campsite could be a good thing to work on. Oh, okay, I can't do this sound. I can't do the sound. We might just go soundless. We might just go soundless. And I'll put like some music on or something. It's bothering me. Let me check one other setting real fast though. Oh, so cute. Thank you. I love my island. It brings me a lot of joy. Nope, still no sound. This is weird. It hasn't given me problems for so long. Oh, I'm bumping settings. Oops. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. When I use the scroll wheel, it does. What's the big pumpkin thing on top of the cliff? It's a carriage. Ain't it cute? Here, I can go up to the cliff. I don't know. I'm very annoyed with my stuff right now. Did you have a thought bubble? No! You're not leaving. I'm sorry, but you're not leaving. I hate that there's no sound. This bothers me. What if we try this one? It's still delayed, but maybe we'll keep it. Oh, I finished this area too. Look how cute. Oh, I gotta sneeze. No, it's stuck. It's not who we want to have leave yet. Pashmina, read the room. Yeah, I know. Read the room, Pashmina. Come on. But this is one of the rewards from Halloween last year. Bless you. No, I don't want blessed yet. It didn't come out. Now my nose feels funny. All right, I think we're gonna work on the campsite. Let's go to our inventory and see what we want to get. Like maybe what we want to take over. What's over here? Fan palm, monstera, a bunch of plants, garbage pail, casserole, wooden bucket, garden chair, moss ball, stand. Okay. My nose feels so funny now, and I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. That's the lights. Alright. What should we take to our campsite? What would be cute? Something that looks wooden. We might be able to make, like, take some lounge chairs. There's a few, like, there's just kind of ones scattered everywhere. Tiki torches. Just last year, also this year. I don't know. This year's Halloween hasn't happened yet, but it came from Halloween Day, from the stuff that you could, like, get from, what's his name? The little Halloween guy. So I don't know if we can get it this year or not. You'll have to wait and see. Oh, I have a campsite sign that I want to take over. We'll take the bug cage. That's be cute. We'll take the bucket. Maybe the bike. The grill. We'll take the black one. Barbecue. I have this little campsite sign. What else could be cute? Missed out on last year, so I have no clue what his name is. Yeah, I don't remember his name. I have his some stuff from him, so I can look in a second. Like I have a costume of, like, that's the same thing that he wears. Jack. His name is Jack. That's what he is. He's a pumpkin man. Let's grab that. I also think I'm gonna grab that and put that on the fireplace out at my little Thanksgiving area. It's all like wall stuff. Okay. So let's grab that right now. We can always come back and craft stuff as well later. That was one of the things you can buy at Nook. You might be able to buy it right now because I know they do have some stuff of like the Halloween stuff from last year for sale. But I don't know if you can buy that one. But I think it's a crafting recipe. Let's get Island Designer. Oh yeah, that is Island Designer. Yeah, let's get Island Designer. Dark Construction. Do you think with the new update we'll be able to put rugs on the ground outside? I would cry if we got that. Alright, let's get rid of this ground first. Let's just make it some grass. And I'll make it something later. So we have... Oh, I have a painting that I need to go take to the museum still. Save me from Kurlos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have my Kurlos. You know, let's get some ground. Let's get some paths first. We're gonna use the normal dirt path that we've been using. We get oh, we can get under there. Nice. That's not where you go. I don't know what kind of shape I want to go for. But I kind of want to make this fan out a little bit like this. No, thank you. Not there. I'm going to mention it. That and we don't get to buy multiple items enables, nor do we get to use craft more than one thing at the time. So for sure. That's true. However, it did say you can experience this and more in the new update or something like that. So I think there are stuff that they're not telling us about. Like some little things that they just are like hiding in there. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna... That's not further than here. We're just gonna grab some stuff that we're gonna have out so we can kind of decide how we want to arrange things. Put the barbecue. No, I don't want to put Pring off. I need to watch it after the stream. I feel I've already watched it 3 times. So I watched it when it was on. I watched on Little Simsies, and then I watched it on Sasha's Vixella, her stream, because Simsy rated her, and I was watching that one for a little while too. I don't know what exactly I want to do. Let's just do this. We'll bring it out here a little bit. Wait, no, I need that same one. I was like, my brain was like, oh, I need the one for the other side now. It's the same one. But I've watched the stream, like the direct far too many times at this point. No, wrong one. You know, I kind of want to look up some campsite inspo first before we start going real wild with this. Let's look up info. Ooh, like a bench could be cute. Need the iron hanger stand? I don't think so. I think I have it. Alright, I think I have some inspo. Like I have some thoughts. Let's kind of fill this in a little bit. I don't know if I want it this big though. We might make it a little bit smaller. Add it to your pile. Perfect. I think I want to add more trees and maybe some terrain manipulation around here. Da, 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 da. Da, da. No, no, sir. No, thank you. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. This is probably too much. Yeah, I don't want it to go this far out to the side, I think. And I think I want to do some sort of terrain manipulation, I think, behind it. Bustle. Dun dun dun. Miniko says she loves it. Aw. Thank you. I think. Honestly don't. What is she referring to? Outside of the freestanding ladders. Honestly, me too. I love that idea. I think it's a great idea to have freestanding ladders. I think I want to move this stuff. The ground. Ah, okay. Thank you, Mini Makoto. I just don't think I want it that big. I think I'm gonna put some terrain around there to kind of make it a little bit more secluded from the beach. My pockets are full. Dumb. Place. My game feels really slow. Does it seem slow to you guys? Or is it just the is it just because the audio is slightly delayed it makes it feel slower? I can't tell. Your anteater villager is sick. Oh no, get him some medicine. Not sure, there's always a delay on our end. That's true. But I mean, like, it just feels like it's slow. Like, the graphics in the whole game is just slow. I don't mean, like, the delay-wise. It just feels slow. Let's do... Can I do it right here? No, I can't. It looks okay to you? Okay. It's probably just the audio being slow is what makes it feel like it's being slow. No. Okay, we can't go there. Graphics seem fine to you too? Okay. I think we're gonna do this, and I think we might put some trees up on here on the cliff. I think that would be good. I also want to round this out a little bit. As this one. Like that. Da, 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 da. Excuse me. Da, da, dun, 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 dun. Oh, oops. Just bumping things. That's not what you do. I think I might move those trees. No, sir. I don't know, maybe we'll leave it like that for now. I kind of want to move these trees. And like the fencing. Ugh, I gotta go put stuff down. What do you mean there's no place to place it? Don't wear it. Well, I guess. No, because that takes off the one we were wearing. There. Alright, so let's put that down. Okay. We need to get some fruit. I love that some of my trees are starting to turn yellow. Don't drop it. Eat them. Let's move these a smidge. Okay. I'm gonna fill this in with some dirt. And then I'm gonna kind of fill it in with trees on the top. And I think if we make it 3 wide, we can do that. We can put a bunch of trees. That's not what I wanted. Sometimes this can be so frustrating. The father-in-law is gone for the weekend. Yay. Oh, how nice! It'll be good if I send that picture thing tomorrow. I suppose it's gonna be of him when I get home. Oh, they're just terraforming. Oh, yeah. We love terraforming. It's my favorite hobby in this. I almost said in The Sims. It's my favorite thing in the game. Excuse me. Alright. I think we'll go with that. I want to get rid of all this paint. Excuse me. Alright, let's put these trees like here. Oh, can I get it slightly more in the corner? I don't think I can put a tree there. Yeah, I can't. Make sure everyone, if you could do it with visitors. I know, I wish you could do terraforming with visitors and like do like team terraforming. Like that would be fun. Fine, we'll put it there. Maybe I can't put a tree here. That's exactly where I want it. I just want to put a freaking tree here. Silly game. Guess I have to put them up top. It would be so nice. It would be so nice. Team terraforming. Probably put one there. 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 And there. Put a potted tree in the corners maybe. Ooh, that's true. We go grab some fake plants. And then we'll fill this with like plants and stuff too. We need to get 2 more trees. Let's go see what fake plants we have. Then we'll see if I have any saplings. So I think I do. I got a fan palm and a monstera here. It's a shrub start. What else do we have? What was I looking for? Oh, tree starts first. Saplings. Okay, I just have regular. I don't have pine tree saplings. All right, what kind of stuff do I have like up in the corners? Do I have no other plants? I want to grab this though. My pockets are full. I have a hardwood tree. Where did that come from? Oh, that came from my building earlier. That's where that came from. What else could we do? You can't find a villager and you're wandering on calling for and your child is getting annoyed because they have the same name. That's really funny. That's actually really funny. I kind of love that. Not any other tall plants. Maybe I should steal one from my house. I have a lot in here. I have a Monstera in there. What do I have in my bedroom? I have another Monstera in there. Some potted plants. Potted plants are not my... Have anything in the bathroom? I think that's a potted palm, and I think I already have one of those in here. Yeah, now I have 2 fan palms. Let's leave that one there then. I very rarely go into my bathroom. It needs to be redone. I need to redo it. Maybe, I think I'm gonna wait to do my house until we have the update. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with my house until then. Because then we can do like the accent walls and stuff, and I'm so pumped about that. I'm gonna borrow this tree. I'm gonna go get some food, get a pear, and take that tree with me. Alright. Stolen the tree. Dun, dun, That's not what I want. I want the ladder. Accent walls? Yeah! With the new update, we can do accent walls and only... You need to watch the... Yeah, you definitely need to go watch it. You can... push... I need to have a shovel in hand to put the bush and tree down? That's dumb. There. Oh, tree theft. Tree theft. It's from my own front yard, so it's fine. So Bo said it was drippy outside. It's raining on my island today. And I said, well, yeah, it's a rainbow. Then I realized that's what I said. Ha! It's a rainbow. Honestly, I love that for you. One over here. This turned out so well with exactly four bushes. It's like I planned that. Trapped. There you go. I fixed it. I'm free. Okay, so we have that kind of taken care of, and we'll put more trees over like on this side. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more of this. Not that. Are you missing a tree still? I just haven't gone to find one, or purchase one yet. I'm gonna get another tree to put there, and then I'm gonna put some more trees on this part too. But like I don't need trees. I can easily get them. All right, can I round off this corner? No. Not one. Can I actually? No, I don't want to bring them more closer. Let's add that to my money. Oh, the glowy spot has been bothering me for a while. Thank you for grabbing it. Finally, I don't want to say anything. The only reason I grabbed it is because I needed to terraform there. Where's the other? There it is. Goes past an office and there's light. There's light in there. Like, it's almost 7 p.m. on Friday. Please go home. Yeah, go home. Go home. Don't stay that late. Who needs to work that late on a Friday? Ah, wrong button. I have a thought. access the portal. Number 2 is right there. So I can say the same for you, Panda. That's true. You're still there, Panda. You're painting a bench? Why are you painting a bench? I don't want to cut out, so we'll just do unspecified. Maybe it's search pine tree. That's what I want. My thought is we could... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We could use the panels to make it look like there's trees behind the tent. Ah. There we go. And I need Thursday, dry item ready for the kiddos. Mess it all up. We love when the kids do that. Hold on. Let me Google to see if I can find it, because I've definitely seen them. Let's see. Oh, there's a vine pattern. That's cute. Let's see here. Look at these with me. So we could do like a vine pattern, maybe? I'm thinking about doing something like this. To go behind the tree so it looks, or behind the tent so it looks a lot more full. I wanted like a tree one, and I've definitely seen ones that look like a tree. Those are wood shingles. Those are doors. Oh, that looks cool. We want to have a peace bench where kids can go when they have a fight to make up again. It's a form of non-communication. Oh, I love that. I love how Automod did not like the word non-violence. That's very funny to me. Those are cute. Those are cute little designs on the back. That's too like far in the distance. Mountain panel codes? Oh, that's for a mountain. What if it allow violent? I don't know. Good question. I want a tree looking panel. Someone made a cave. Maybe we should do vines. And since my students are those ones, they're the ones who paint it. Oh, how nice that they're getting to paint it. It's a very mean word. Yes, it's a very mean word. That's a deck. Can't find what I want. Maybe we should do the vines. Vines might be what we want. Oh, wrong button. Alright, so let's search for the name. So we have the... Let's look at the creator code. Alright. 0, 7, 9, 3, 4, 2, 9, 1. Excuse me. 9158. There we go. Automod chose chaos today. Automod chooses chaos every day. There we go. Oh, what are these little things? Those are cute. Automod always chooses chaos every day. Yes, Automod likes the chaos. We don't need that one. That was the one that we put as a test. Almost said violence. I don't think Automod would have liked that. I don't know. I don't know what Automod's things are in terms, like if it can detect fake spellings for words like that. Let's go DIY some stuff. Where are my panels? I have a bunch. Can you test it? Yeah, you can test it. Go for it. It shouldn't, like, if anything, it might time you out if you say too many things. But I don't know. Hey, look, there it is. It's very possible that because Makoto allowed the non-violence term, that it was like, yeah, you can say violence too. Oh yeah, you can try violent. I forgot to DIY these. Hold on. Look at me go. I'm a professional gamer. This mod, I think I can get around it. Yeah, probably. Mods can get around anything. But non-violent was just wrong. Yeah, like that's just wrong. That looks nice, like the trellis. Woohoo! That's the clothesline. Oh, should we do this? Oh, it changes the shirt color. I want the white one. No, not that. Oh, I want to... Oh, it default has a white shirt. Never mind then. You can't perform any Nightbot related duties because it hates me. Yeah, I don't know why Nightbot's not working. I need to see if other people are having problems and how to fix it. Or maybe even have husband check it out because he knows how to work bots. Maybe unmodding me and then remodding me would fix it. We could try that. Mods have all the power except when Nightbot decides not to work. Yeah. Here, let's do... Oh. Let's do... Unmod... Makoto Rose. I can spell your name right. Invalid. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Hold on, let me just copy and paste your name. Okay, and then mod. Let me remod her. Okay, and now you're remodded. I don't know. You can see if that fixed anything. Simple panel. One more. Forgot when you do that, you see out of the dashboard. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, last panel. Not a pattern. Customize. I'm done. Dun dun dun. I should check which KK song that is that plays. All right, let's see. I don't know if I'm able to place it all the way through. I was just playing rude. That's so dumb. I don't know why it's doing that. I can't place it right here. I don't know if I like that anyway though, so. Well, can I do it like this though? Oh, I can do it like that. we go. Let's see. Do we like this? I don't know if I like this. Do we like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's a broken setting somewhere in Nightbot. Maybe to have a look at it. I think it would work better on the brown panel. There are brown panels? There are different panel colors? But also, I don't know. There's no settings tab on Nightbot. So I don't know what's not working. I don't have brown panels. I also don't think I like it anyway. So I think we're just gonna not do that for now. I don't know what I want to do in here. What do I have? I have a clothesline. Little, that's, where's the, I have a wash bucket. It's not that one. Oh, I probably, oh, there it is. There are wooden panels, or there are brown panels. I don't have any. Look at flowers back there. I mean, I'm going to put flowers around, but I don't know if I want it to look more full in the back. So that's the problem that I'm having. Go to send two if you want. Maybe that wouldn't hurt if you have a brown one. I can catalog it. Cause like I want to be able to put like trees back here, but it won't let me. I just want it to feel more full. Is what I want. Laundry area. Oh, but there's the bench. Alright, get the bench. Where's the other bench? That's a hedge. Oh wait, that's hedge fence. Campsite sign. Other bench. Where'd it go? There it is. And said, oh, thank you! That was so speedy. You can keep it? Okay. No. Maybe not that far apart. It's a little far apart. I can just send you things from my catalog now. It's great. That's very nice. Very, very nice. I don't know if you can sit around the fire. Oh, you can. Nice. I'll put like the water thing here. No, don't pull it that way. Water pump right outside. I'm definitely not going to keep this the way it is, I don't think. I think I'm probably going to play with this later and figure out some stuff. Bug thing can go here. Or not. It's 1 o'clock. I've just noticed that. Alright, apparently it's too big to put anywhere. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this. I think I'm just gonna stop now since it's 1. Let me. What's that? Why can I still hear the music in this scene? Hold on. There. Now the music's off. That's the wrong scene. There we go. Supposed to say what's time. Yeah. So we're gonna go off now, but thanks for hanging out with me. I've had fun playing Nancy Drew. Let's see if we can find someone playing Nancy Drew to raid. Who knows? It's just being weird today. Yeah, everything's just weird today. Let's see. Someone's playing Shadow of the Water's Edge. All right, so I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. What else? Let's see. No one's playing that one. Almost typed command word. That's funny. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, Panda. It's been nice chatting with you. Let's see the Scarlet. Yeah, nope. All right. So it looks like there's one person. We like their vibes. Oh, there's an ad. Let's wait for the ad. It's a long ad. It's for that gingerbread game that I keep getting ads for. Have you guys been getting the ad for the gingerbread game on Twitch? Doing early takes so I can actually make it. Couldn't tell the no date tonight because I don't think you'd have like. Oh, do not worry. And hey, real life comes before modding too, so you keep that in mind. So you never have to give up things in real life to mod. Do not worry. All right, so we're gonna go raid Julie plus Cats. They're playing Shadow of the Water's Edge, a very good game, very spooky, great for spooky season. Just today, never heard of it until this morning when I got on the rect. Okay. We do know some people who are in chat right now. So this could be fun. We could go find some friends. So we're gonna go over here. It's a lot of fun. It's a very fun game. So we're gonna go over here to Julie plus Cats. Never heard of any gingerbread game? Yeah, it's some sort of like gingerbread fighting game. Let's go. I have to go to the raid thingy. Raid channel. But thanks for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. I like playing these old games with you guys. It's a lot of fun. It's a phone app game, I think probably. Wasn't paying attention during the commercials. Yeah, I mean, neither do I. But it's just been a common one, so that's why I've seen it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I will probably be back on Sunday. We'll probably do some decorating Animal Crossing just because I'm very much going to be on an Animal Crossing kick this weekend. And then I'll be posting the schedule in Discord probably tomorrow for next week. And then I do have a little announcement for Monday, for the beginning of Monday. So if you guys want to be here for that, if you want to hear it, I'll post it on my social medias and stuff afterwards as well. But if you want to hear it live, feel free to be here on Monday morning. I mean, I might just feel like talking about it on Sunday, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks for having me. Send some love to Julie plus Kat. I have to me to birthday party on Sunday. May not be here. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. Do not worry about it. Life comes first. Like I said, life comes first. But yeah, send some love to Julie, and I will see you guys maybe Sunday. Bye!
Get out of my brain, yes.